rounds out, but it's not working for them at all, and it hasn't been all game.
Make it up by myself, so yeah, probably.
We actually have been in Xeno 2 off.
So yeah, probably
I think Benji just noted that cascade through the wall. He's alerted to this. He's going to sit in that spawn. He's going to wait for that push through and allow his teammates to go forward towards B. LEV, yes, they're transitioning over. Yes, they have weapons right now.
Just like every other map, we're really confident in our Sunset. And yeah, hopefully we can close it out.
Well, that's right. It's not over yet, so let's get back again. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
This is a marathon, not a sprint, a best of 5, and this man on your screen, he is looking relaxed, calm, and chill, but he is the first player ever to reach more than 1,000 kills at Champions.
Oh, you're joking. I swear I was like right behind him as well. If I was still in this tournament, I would have beaten him to it.
Yeah, I think Paperton was close third if you were close.
Yeah, right in there, right in the running, no problem.
But yeah, Aspaz, I mean, Icebox didn't really go his way, but Sunset, what can we expect?
Yeah, it speaks volumes to this guy's experience on Sunset. Well, we can expect maybe a bit of a turn of page. You were talking about how good Miniboo's Neon has been all year. It's what defined Team Heretics' turnaround in EMEA, but they moved away from it, playing back onto the Raze comp after this, and Aspas is actually playing the Neon. They play the Breach instead of the KO. Most of the Americas teams make that choice, but what do you make, Boaster, of Miniboo switching off that agent that I feel like has been so good for him all year?
Yeah, I think I remember speaking to Neil in the lift, and he said the boys, they got a bit stale on it. It's what happens when you get too comfortable on a map. You kind of forget the fundamentals, forget why you're winning it, and it all gets washed into one big kind of pot, and you're just like, what's going on?
Is it a readable map now? If you were Leviathan, do you think that you can maybe get on that map and actually beat them?
To be fair, we've played the map 5 times, and I feel like we were quite good at it, all things considered. So I think the map itself is quite easy to play. Whether you can read Heretics is another thing, though. Who knows what they're going to be switching up with the Cypher and all the other U2 as well.
Well, I'm kind of curious if maybe Leviathan switches it up now. They've played Neon the last 6 maps in a row that they've played Sunset. Maybe now's the time to go back to that Raze to see if maybe they can also find that change up. It seems like a lot of teams are starting to kind of be wishy-washy about which way they prefer, because you know, Neon, yes, really good if you have a tremendous Neon who can really dash in, get those kills. But it is going to be the same for the side of Leviathan. They are going to stick with that Neon with Aspas, so they're going to try to go high tempo, see if they can best the other Neon on the other side.
Yeah, on this defensive side, watch out for Leviathan's set plays to get space on the extremities early in rounds. They're oftentimes going to be fighting into A main with that breach stun, Aspas following it up. They have a lot of trap ID as well. But I think Team Heretics play a good, slower mid-round on this attacking side and know those setups that these teams that are playing into the Neon are likely to be investing in.
I think the big thing about Sunset is that B fight, you know, whether you're fighting the backside or if you're going to stop them coming out the main, whether you're playing retake, the teams that kind of can adapt to the enemy team situation, are they playing on-site post, are they playing off-site post, are going to be the teams that are going to favor the defense and win it.
Team Heretics have only managed to win best of 5s, 3-0 thus far this year. This is their home map. This is a great chance for them to go up 2-0.
Yeah, we do this in EMEA a lot, so I'm going to get you to do it here, Boaster. Do you want to toss to Pansy and Steel?
Oh, you know what? Pansy and Steel, I'm tossing to you.
Yeah, nice one. That was pretty good. You know what? That was solid. Well done. But yeah, let's talk about this map, because Sunset is actually pretty strong for both sides. Obviously, we've had more experience watching, I could say, Heretics play this. It was one of their strongholds during the regular season. However, they've lent a little away from it here. Not the highest priority in their vetoes. However, on the other side, of course, Leviathan, another good map for them now. But depending, I guess, on who you watch more, maybe who you have more eye test with, you can imagine this being a 2-0 potentially to Heretics if you're more familiar with them. But Josh, where do you see this being defined then? We have 2 very solid teams going head-to-head in a map like this.
Right now, I'm looking to the form and I'm looking to the little micro adjustments, especially when we're at this stage of a tournament, how the little subtle things get changed up a little bit. Team Heretics, obviously, this was their strongest map. We haven't seen them picking at this event so far. Maybe hiding it, maybe they wanted to play to other strengths. They've been picking Icebox and, you know, the last years against Sentinels, for example. But here, I mean, the pistol round's not even going to tell us anything. It's going to be those 4 to 9, rounds 4 to 9 that we're going to see.
And as much as it may be a natural inclination for someone like Heretics to lean back towards this, it will be highly read, right? This is something that people will know about, they will look towards, and there'll be tape on it, plenty of tape. So for Leviathan, this is probably the best chance for them to have a very good read against the likes of Heretics. Let's see how they handle it, though. Again, we saw them starting to warm into the game, but Icebox was just I mean, it was a marvel to watch.
Check slip back in. He's gonna take the fight. Miniboo.
That's a bold look, considering Miniboo is already somewhat expecting it, or at least being heads up enough about it. Quick little flash to control the back of the pillar. And Com tries to play forward, almost careless in approach. They're going in bit by bit, and bit by bit they're falling! Wound on the follow-up. Leviathan, this pressure play they wanted to go for, that almost pre-take they wanted to try, it fell to pieces so quickly.
Still, Team Heretics staying in the site, waiting. That firing squad. Miniboo got them in the back. But here, clearing out that spawn, trying to find out where King is. King actually might be able to isolate them.
Maybe he's got smoke, paranoia. Two to the right, one to the left, and one further on pillar. The swing off this contact is going to be horrific. Yeah, there it is. There's no way out of that. That is a trap set in motion. But Josh, I didn't like them funneling back in through CT there.
I did not like that either. That is reminiscent of the last map. It's kind of the same way that they fell to EDG. LEV has such strong players. They have such strong mechanics, and they're able to win some of these fights.
It's not about them, bro.
They're not.
It's not about them.
They
play so good that they have no chance.
Really
okay?
well,
Yeah,
but their spacing has been so hard to deal with that even if you do get one, you're instantly getting traded.
Yeah.
So the trickle out, falling like lemmings, LEV, it's not really working for them. They need to be able to play more fundamentally sound right now instead of trying to lean too heavily. I mean, he got the orb. He's happy with that.
That's all you're going to get. So no worries. Heretics can just go through their paces. If you're looking for a danger man, you're eyeing up Aspas or Mazzino. The only ones to rock a Sheriff. Quickly going a little bit of a flank here is Boo to be holding the back line. Could set up Tex maybe here on the swing, but they still have to break the utility to get that close. Now a little more aware of what's coming their way. And really, the only ones you don't want to see falling is Boo and Woot. If you're looking for the economy to stay strong, have maybe a dangerous bonus here. And obviously for LEV, they'd love to keep them locked in. Cost them all those goodies. Rienzo can be one of those to go forward. Same with Benji. There's two players here. That's a body drop, not bad. Any more would be marvelous. Hold on, that's actually pretty big. That could be a rifle lost here. They're trying to keep him secure. Nice attempt. They've opened up the pathing.
Wait, no time. Okay, so when I look at this, we're going into that bonus round. Team Heretics, they kept the 3 with the rifles alive. This is okay for these guys. Right now, LEV need to stand their ground. And what I need to see different from them that we haven't seen on maps, last map like Icebox, is some sort of cohesion together where they're moving together. This right here, as they're trying to lock down this exit from B main, if they're able to do that on other parts of the map where they fight together, they use their teamwork, they use ability to set each other up, and then they swing together to ensure that they win with the trades. That is the side of LEV we need to see, but we're not seeing at the moment. Team Heretics, they group in this death ball, and they do it because it works.
We're starting to see the best of Heretics early on. Now, whether or not that carries through is yet to be seen. Can Leviathan stop the roll here? If this goes also one-sided, it's going to be terrifying. The momentum building behind Heretics will be so hard to stop. However, this round, if anything, Leviathan have the better weaponry. They have everything they need to go forward here. Yeah, a couple of light shields, one on Tex and one on Mazzino, but that's fine, that's manageable. On the other side, 3 rifles and that Bulldog just to round it out with the SMG with Miniboo. And they've opted for mid-control.
Heretics, though, they're going to get caught here in the open.
The triple swing is fantastic for LEV. Going to force him again for a flick, but Woot with a great shot towards Aspas. Hold on, it's not secure by any means. It's still very much game on. And a recheck and a refight, but a trade again. This is a bonus, and it's going this close. And now they might get that 3v2 on the B side. Benji taking the space, but there's 2 on back pillar.
Okay, they found my wire.
Got to know that he's close here. Hearing that go up, Tex divides, and now the counter swing. Benji taking great fights here. And bear in mind, King is a mile away. And this could all fall to pieces. What is happening to LEV here? King saved them from probably a worse scoreline on Icebox. And he might have to save them again. A 1v2. He's creeping closer, he's speeding up, he wants to fight and he's gonna get it. Takes away Benji, but now Woot on the other side. The paranoia goes in, but King tempers the pace a touch. Slowly looking for his man. Woot waiting on the other side. He's committed to the angle, but how long does he wait? How long does he think he considers the other side? But King, again, keeping Leviathan competitive in this. How many times can we ask him to step up to the plate?
and you highlighted it last map as well. He was the one to keep them in it. LEV, I thought, finally, we get to see them move together. That drone replay on mid, they're fighting together with their abilities, they're fighting together with their bodies, and they're catching right now Heretics out in the open.
This is a bonus, Josh.
That's the bonus. It needs to be cleaner than that. What happens when all of them have a clean set of shields, all of them are on rifles, and they actually keep their guns out?
I mean, look at the economy damage going forward. LEV won the last round, and they're coming back in with SMGs, light shields, guardians, and bulldogs. It was on the shoulders of King. That is how this came down. And for Heretics, now it's time for the rifles to come into play. Woot's got ult as well. This is where it can go from bad to potentially worse. Knife does not connect. But Mazzino on a platter here. They've already managed to navigate past most of the Cypher trips by going towards that elbow side. They've got control of CT. Benji put to task, controlling that short play back in.
As soon as this KO ultimate stops, though, what is the reaction, the response? Boo. That's a good start.
And that's a heavy hitter gone. That's a man that's been keeping LEV looking competitive.
Look at Boo. He has that paranoia. He's ready for this.
And I'm waiting to see if Benji's got his head tucked down by the stairs. It's such a key place for him, but he's going to just play it forward. They're getting confident. They're working off the util. They are absolutely decimating Leviathan in this round. Mazzino, a 1v5 is commanded of, and you're not going to get it. Heretic showing why this map was their bread and butter.
If you're wondering why I'm getting excited about seeing that paranoia being set up, Heretics is traditionally a team that falls back once they have that space and they try to play these crossfires. But here, pressing the issue forward, keeping the other team from being able to get close to starting a retake. This is just such a nice evolution to see of these guys, because that was the #1 thing that I think they needed to work on, and they're showing it here when it matters most. And LEV, I don't even know if they're used to this. They're not prepared for it. If you look at all the tape of Team Heretics on Sunset, you're not seeing this.
You're not seeing that at all. And you can tell the difference, the tangibles from map 1, the scoreline of when they met earlier on Icebox. How close it was, and it was an eventual Leviathan win. Now today at 13-7. And here on Sunset, probably something that has some of the most tape of Heretics available. They look different, they look in different form. I like this though, proactive from Leviathan, and a good shot connected. Hold on, ult from Aspas. Oh, well, the ult from Aspas was there for about a second. And the stack, not really working out as they'd like so far. Frenzy in play, a Sheriff. Surely they check on Tex. And maybe unaware that he could have slipped through. Maybe a chance? Maybe not. Boost. Yeah, nah, they ain't falling for this. Heretics, they're striding through it now. We asked a lot of King before, but with just a Ghost, I think that might be a little unfair to even ask for such a task.
What I want to highlight there, though, at that B main, this is how locked in Team Heretics is. They send one player ahead. I think it's Woot. He's trying to spam that wall to break that camera. Cyphers normally place the camera inside B main. They might not activate it all the time, but they are so aware that because there's a breach on the other side, a trap at B main can be set. And if that's the case, they don't want to be caught in it. So as soon as Woot goes in to try to break that camera, he's alone doing it. He backs off, the stun comes in, the swing comes from LEV, and Team Heretics, none of them are effective. They get to swing out and just instantly deal with that. They are so aware of everything that can come. They're locked in. They're not tunnel visioned on anything. They're aware of all the possibilities LEV can throw at them, and they're handling it so well right now.
Pause for Leviathan.
Shanks is snoring.
At this point, I think it's sort of bigger picture. As much as a best of 5 is a marathon, if you fall down in the first 2 maps, you're looking at it being cut pretty much in half. You don't get to play it out. And the first 2 maps look pretty solid here for Heretics. Already at a 4-1. The form they're approaching with as well looks good. It's passing the eye test here. If I'm Leviathan, I'm watching the chances of that final
down a map, and it was 6-2. Yeah, there you go.
It's not impossible.
So to be able to win a game like that and come back from that, it's like a lot of momentum coming into this game. They're maximum confident.
There is that reality check, and it's starting to feel a bit realistic here. They better turn the tides now, or soon.
All right, let's see what the adjustment on the timeout is. I'm actually curious. Because Breach is towards B right now. So are they going to do a set play to get Aspas here? Surely, right? Stun this, and Aspas runs up, clears this, and then a one-way here. Omen's
effect here. Very close for Mazzino as well. We could be seeing them having a big round to bank on. Quick little flash and a push up. Heretics taking early control of elbow and posting Mini Boo towards middle. Looking like maybe a crunch could be in play, but 3 players from Leviathan playing back towards the A site now.
I looked at Mini Boo's positioning towards that tiles area.
You don't dry re-clear this, do you, Lev?
Might.
Very risky, but they do get a reward on it. Tag is there. Hold on. Maybe this is the stand they needed. Con with the connection. Takes away Rien's. A 2-player deficit for Heretics, and the man to the good this time for Lev. Big impact, and they have no idea about King. Well, now they do. Benji's in danger. He's on a platter, and he is beheaded. King holds the ground, holds the space. Mini Boo and Boo dealt with. Leviathan suddenly stand strong.
You're bad.
At least when they go to re-clear that elbow, yes, it's dry, but they do it together. They get the trades, they move together. They clear the area. That backup from Calm as well, that Hunter's Fury. But I look to Team Heretics. They're 4-2 up.
Don't give them B
their
main this
defense
whole
side
rest of the game,
is
honestly.
as strong as their attack side. And their attack side's good. Like, when we look at this map, oh yeah, they're cheering them on.
Look at that.
They're watching us right now.
I mean, to be fair, they know what it's like on these sort of stages, right? They've been on the winning end of things. But now, though, Aspas looking to try and at least give them a chance further forward now. Work off that momentum, build back into this series, keep Heretics humbled. On the other side, Tech's gonna get a glimpse of Boo, but they've lost out on that B main space.
How does Heretics react to this? They see that Cypher camera towards A. They know it's probably just Tex playing that retake by himself, or, I mean, he hasn't even been playing retake, he's been fighting, and it looks like he's gonna push up and fight again.
The timing is everything, and it's atrocious for Tex. Couldn't have timed it worse, but King now trying to make up for the mistake. You don't go individually, no. Bloody hell. Slowly clearing through. Don't actually get a glimpse. Mini Boo gonna take towards the side, and they've got what they need. A fight on the cross, and Mazzino wins. Denies a fair fight for a trade. Good follow-up from Mini Boo, and a quick push back out from Mini Boo. They are trying to take this space. They have to respect this. This is gonna give them enough security to get the plant in. Holding now. He's done his job. Kept them secure. And a 4v3, King, Com, and Aspas.
The smoke to isolate. Yes, it lets King get inside of it, but still the crossfire, once he exits the other side of it, Calm already.
So far away.
So far.
He's so far from this. You'd need like back-to-back kills almost instantly. And Heretics aren't going to give you that. You've got to make that space yourself. How do you do it? That's how you do it! Like from
Ew, what?
Absolutely
Come
not.
on, bro!
The backbone
Come on!
of the Heretics side, not going to let it slip. Now down to just
Let's go!
Rien's
It's
in
a
a
one-versus
1v1. King, again, running low on time. I think he's going to be out of it. Rien's can just play this to the clock, play it to the time, and he does! Heretics, it may be close, but the round's still theirs.
Another round in the bag for Team Heretics, and I have to start questioning Lev right now. Tex, 2 huge rounds. Pistol round, round 7, given up by trying to re-aggress by himself into a position where surely you just have to play for the retake. You have to wait for the reinforcements. You cannot do this on your own. It hasn't been working. You're 2-7 right now on the scoreboard. You cannot keep going for these. It's costing your team the championship at this point.
It is. And there is always that desperation to try and make the big play, but Mini Boo's not allowing it. Aspas again sent back to the spawn. No hope of impact this time. Their money's starting to dwindle, suffering under the control of Heretics. Zeno on the back of the site, Com. Just don't look like they're hitting as hard today, and Heretics have all the answers. Zeno has to respect that now. Forced off.
That's info, that's Breach, that's Sova. At least 2 players here, at most 2 players on the other side of the map. And right now, again, Tex in a very precarious position, pushed all the way up, waiting for that comeback from A. Boo does have his ultimate that he could use to get in the back lines here.
But Tex, we've been questioning his composure. Now he needs to keep it focused. He's going to hear the steps. 2 kills is all that he's got to his name so far, and he's got to bail him out. That's big. Looking for a follow-up. Can't do it. 1-for-1 trade. King now gets brought into play. And all the shot is messy.
What the fuck, bro?
That's
What?
the only unpredictable unpredictable factor is gone. That's all they've got.
The only saving grace right now is that Benji's dead, the trips are down, and Calm goes for the flank, but Rien's on the read.
He's so aware, so heads up. Rien's gonna catch that flank. And this is the round wrapped. Mazzino's got no impact here. He can't do anything. Heretics are playing like they're already eyeing up that final. Josh, we have to kind of call it how it is. And now it's going to be a 6-2, and seeing how these rounds have gone.
At this stage,
what are you meant to do if you're Lev?
it's Team Heretics' series to lose at this point.
Yes.
They're in full control. The reads are just so, I don't know how they're able to pull it out, staying one step ahead. They know exactly what's coming. They're dodging every sort of aggressive push that Lev's throwing at them. But then on top of that, Lev is also doing these questionable plays, trying to, on the back of solo efforts, try to swing these rounds around. And I could understand if it's been working here or there, but
yeah, and if you're hitting, if you're, if you're able to punish it, okay. But
it needs to be the right player at the right place. Like King has been doing it for them, but it's been in very specific scenarios. It hasn't been working for other players. And Tex, again, he's putting himself in positions where 1 kill isn't good enough. You need to get 2 at least, maybe even 3 for that play to work out. And it's been multiple times that he's caught and punished for doing these sorts of plays. Right now, Team Heretics building on that lead. Yes, we're seeing ultimates come online right now for Lev. And yes, we've seen them try to get some different sorts of looks, different traps. And again,
rinse, repeat.
At B main.
It feels like madness to be doing the same thing over and over, trying to make a way out of it, but he gets tagged. Rien's can't quite find him again, but they still drop Com at a 1-for-1 trade out. At this point, they can pause here a little. They got 1 minute and 20 still to try and paint their picture with.
If that ultimate orb is still in main, Woot could grab that, use his KO ultimate to get into the site here. The only thing they have to pay attention to is that Rolling Thunder from Breach. I like what Lev's doing here.
Yes.
They're reclearing through middle. They can pivot. If it's A, cool, they got that camera, they got that tripwire, they can go for that retake.
But they're doing it together, and it's the first time we're seeing this. That's massive. This should be the trap. Well, Woot reads that. Now they know everything. Now they should have the full picture. Benji trying to work back in, but it's traded out. Boost still alive.
Oh, let's go! Oh my god!
There's the man you need to wake up here. As Rien's in a 1v2.
That reposition, spike down, 40 seconds to work with Rien's.
He's still the man. We saw what he could do just yesterday, and another chance to remind us of his own brilliance. But a 1v1 against Aspas.
He knows that Aspas was nearby. Neon can get anywhere in an instant. Rien's, if time ticks too low, he'll be limited in the options where he can go with that spike.
20 seconds. He's got to try and fight the monster himself around the corner. Rien's tries to pick up the pace, and now Aspas can evacuate. 13 seconds, there's nowhere else to run. He has to keep going on this pathing, and he has to go fast. 8 seconds now, can he find his man? Aspas slowly creeping away. Aspas has played this like an absolute genius. He has done so goddamn well. Aspas is the man they needed for the job, and he was absolutely there when they needed him most.
50-50 gamble. Rien's reads that Aspas is going to go for the fight, but Aspas
made it, bro, for a long time.
Waits for the perfect opportunity to strike, and because of that, he wins the round. Rien's doesn't plant that spike. That time runs down, but a different look from Lev. They're moving together again. That's the second time they move together. They pick up the 3rd round on the board. So, are they starting to clue into what they need to do in order to get ahead of Team Heretics right now?
Could be the turning point. And Aspas wants to keep up what he started. Oh, God. It's just brutality. King at least going to try and avenge his fallen teammate. There are bodies here now, but the support's arriving. Benji's coming over. Are they just going to brawl this out? That would be madness, surely. One way going to be reinvested, and you can imagine this side of the map gets closed.
If you note that the smokes are down for the attacking side, the positioning right now of Lev with common market, because that crossfire cannot be dealt with at B, there's no smokes to block off that market line. Right now, the lean is on mid and on A right now, but King trying to hold this one-way smoke. But the pop flash.
This is going to be hard work for King. He's forced away and he's dead. The reaggress is divine from Heretics. Know exactly what they wanted to do. Tex trying to retake that space, and they got to scramble here because Tex is on the hunt. He needs to close the gap. Oh, the cosmetic stun strikes again. Rien's takes away Tex. Mazzino and now on Com to try and do something that's impossible. Heretics backhanding Leviathan. They are large and in charge, and they want that grand finals.
This has to be a second timeout for LEV. They need to find an answer. Yes, it sucks to use 2 timeouts in 1 half. We've seen it though. We've seen it work. Sentinels did it yesterday on Haven against Heretics, and they were able to convert that map right now.
He didn't even get affected. Rienne's got away.
He got away. Again though, LEV 1 step behind, losing that like first blood so frequently. Again, Heretics, they look unstoppable.
Okay, that's...
Okay, I say that.
I mean, that's pretty nice. But again, we've never really questioned the mechanical capabilities of LEV. We know that they can hit, but they're just not hitting as hard as Heretics overall. I think that's just been the main story here.
And when they have been hitting, they've been being traded instantly because of the positioning of Team Heretics, how they go shoulder to shoulder with each other. But again, another bait setup. Though. I like this. Yeah. First time that Tex is going to have support here. But King to take first contact.
The spacing, not there, not there.
It was a timing. Tex popped his camera, so he got off the angle. Normally, he should take that first contact, bait them into King.
Oh,
but again,
yes,
3 versus 4, you pop your ultimate. This is desperation right now.
Watching at straws and finding nothing for it. At least going to deny the first attempt of the plant. This could open up the chance for a pre-take. Boots down low, and now back on the side. Aspas has to be the one to lead the path. Mazzino by his side, but it's down to a 1v1, and Aspas down low again. Boo sitting pretty, sitting perfect on HP, but Aspas a threat at all times, and all HP!
Oh! The rim team, let's go, oh my god! Oh my god, bro!
At the straws, and they got them. A round pull out of the magic hat, starting with that first pick that Mazzino got. You thought right here, there's no way LEV is able to clear this up. You see Addison pop his ultimate there. Okay, yeah, not gonna happen. But then, so many of these players are so low HP. Even in the end there, Aspas is down to 20 HP. 1 bullet changes everything. But that pre-aim.
Real nice.
Real nice. To get back in the game.
And Aspas, if he has to do it himself, he will. But we've seen they've been able to best those odds before. You could say Zekken tried it. You could say Tens tried it. Say a couple teams tried it, but you can see what that happens. Heretics still the one standing. As 5, they can still come together. They've taken the site here. And plants in. Ults on both sides pretty much. Miniboo trying to at least secure some space with his comm to connect. We know that he does this. We know he's always so good on that Hunter's Fury. This time they get the plant down, 4v4 here. Benji in his position, in the spot that he's renowned for, waiting. See if Miniboo can maybe draw their attention and bait him into play. But if you've seen their VOD, you know where he is. And away we go, dart to the brain, King's gonna fall. Benji still waiting, still looking to strike. 2 more players, the time's gonna be ticking here, Josh. They gotta get a move on. Okay, that's how you do it. You create a new avenue of approach. Oh, Tex, back to back, big damage. Good counter work from Rienz, but Miniboo deals with the player from CT. Now we look towards the site. Miniboo overwhelmed, and it's all on Rienz in a 1v2. Time, oh, Rienz takes away Aspas, the time's gone. That is clutch as hell from Rienz.
Oh man, but even if that shock doesn't go off, we can see both teams are starting to hit their strides. Both teams are hitting they're heating up.
Yeah,
we're starting to get a game now.
Yeah, this game is really warming up here. We're seeing Aspas having to really up his levels as well. He started to hit hard. You saw Mazzino right there, King clutching up, but the answer back. Maybe there's still more to be seen. Maybe that next half is going to be up to par. 4-8, it is not over yet. We've seen LEV pick up the pace here. But we've got a treat for you coming up in a couple of seconds. And you want to stick around for this one. You want to hear this halftime break, so sit down in your seats. You want to hear from Buzz, waiting by Jen.
Hello everybody, standing right here with Buzz, of course. 버즈 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. I see. Everyone loves you. You're so popular over here. Now, Buzz, just really quickly, how are you enjoying Inspire and how are you enjoying the match today? 오늘 이렇게 경기장 와서 팬분들도 만나고 경기도 보고 있는데 어떤 시간 보내고 계신가요?
일단 경기장이 너무 멋진 것 같고요. 사실 여기서 게임을 했어야 되는데 그러지 못해서 굉장히 슬프지만 또 이렇게 보러 옴으로써 또 동기부여를 얻는 것 같습니다.
man, Inspire Arena looks amazing, and I feel like that could have been our stage as well. So it definitely stings a little bit, but I'm super happy, and it's just a source of motivation for me to do very well next year as well. Now, I saw you guys sitting with T1 boys, back with Stacks, of course. Who are you guys rooting for today? 오늘 누구 응원하러 오신 거예요? 좀 T1 선수들이랑 같이 경기를 보면서 응원하더라고요.
저 뭐 누구 응원하러 온 건 아니긴 한데 막상 와서 보니까 또 레비아탄 콤 선수가 보이더라고요. 그래서 개인적으로 좀 친분이 있는 선수여서 개인적으로 레비아탄이 이겼으면 좋겠어요.
I just coming in here, I just came here to watch a great game, but you know, during today's game, Calm really stood out, and him and I are good friends. So I really, personally, I would like LEV to win today. So, guys, with that in mind, I would like to ask for your predictions for today and tomorrow as well. 오늘과 내일 승부 예측 부탁드려도 될까요?
마음은 레비아탄이 이겼으면 좋겠지만 팀 헤릭틱스가 3대1로 이기고 이제 내일 결승은 EDG가 3대2로 이기지 않을까 싶습니다.
I want LEV to win, but I think Heretics are going to take this one 3-1, and tomorrow EDG is going to win the whole thing 3-2. Well, thank you very much, Buzz, and enjoy the game.
Okay. Do you agree with Buzz's assessment?
That is a bold prediction there. That is bold and brave and brazen. I respect it though.
Oh yeah. So we did just start seeing Leviathan show.
Boys, please do something! Please, I beg you!
Heretics to look good on this map. It has been one of their better maps throughout regular season. LEV, similar scenes.
Yes.
But we didn't see them hit quite as hard. I think that's a fair assessment of what they've looked like. Maybe it's time to warm up here. Maybe start seeing them look like they're fighting together. And we do see them, well, all standing together currently. Oh.
But where's the trade?
The spacing again. Fundamentally, we are asking questions of LEV here that they are not answering.
But again, Aspa slows down to wait for the team. There's no team, but the push through. LEV
the flash. It was so good, and Tex's shot is better. With the follow-up as well, Tex trying to do what he can. That's 3 kills, but still, it is a 2v2.
And Rienz is up.
Okay, Plant's now in play. Time's on LEV's side.
He's got shocks for Mazzino back here.
See what Rienz goes for as well, yeah. Lots of util still to play with. Boo still got what he needs as well. Spotting out Mazzino. That's shock dart towards him. Forcing him out of the angle. A little bit of a shot towards it. Rienz, if anything, just tunnel visioning towards what he knows, which is Mazzino. But there is still the unknown element of King, who's been pretty much the one to full stop these
rounds. Let's go!
Give
Let's
themselves
go!
the gateway back into this game.
The gap is closing, and as we saw in some of these rounds here, what was the real difference maker? Team Heretics, they were opening the rounds really well. They were closing the rounds really well. And LEV had them kind of in the middle rounds, some situations on some of those reslayers at middle. But right now, LEV trying to open really quickly. Spacing's bad, but again, the convergence in that
bombs! I knew that was insane!
LEV, we see the flashes of brilliance on their individuals, on some of their mechanical prowess. It just needs to come together as a team.
Rinse and repeat, we go back again. Boo on the chopping block. Leviathan coming his way. Mini Boo by his side, but LEV being held back by the smoke for now. Haven't seen them really flex throughout the map. This is very much all in towards A. Plenty of sheriffs against them too, so could have their work cut out here. Decide to temper their own pace.
Another gamble read from Team Heretics. Right now, stacked to the right site. But the utility from LEV, there's too much of it. I think this drone's also going to spot out Mini Boo in the back here, and LEV might pump the brakes.
Yeah, did he walk away from this? Because you're already looking at Tex. Yeah, and his...
He hears it.
The timing on this. And a great shot. Doesn't need to outstay his welcome here. He's done so well. This has opened up so much space for them to go back towards A if they want to.
Here at the rotation, he knows he's being crunched right now. Now is go time for his team.
Oh, what a hero. What a hero play from him. He's got 3 players focused towards him in middle. He's opened up the A site, rolled out the red carpet, and Aspa's going to take steps.
30 seconds left.
Taking a few more to clear out towards CT. But they've snuck back through towards the site. King with a quick turn of attention. They can all see what's going on here. There's no gaps to be
found. Fight that shit, bro! Fight that shit!
Credit to Tex there. He had a very rough first half. That move then, that little bit of a moment for him to draw all those players was exactly what they needed.
I was very critical of him in that first half, especially those 3 rounds I highlighted. But looking at that last round of that last half, as he's coming in on that retake, the positioning, the timing, the pace he takes, understanding that it's not his job to press forward.
Nice comp, guys. Let's go.
Shooting everyone down. Then he goes into pistol and gets a 3K to convert, and then here, keeping everyone occupied. Big work.
Again, so singular and focused. Miniboo already sent away, but Boo stuck around. Punished King, and now, no way! Miniboo double back! He went back to check. Doesn't leave Boo to fight alone, and look at the absolute mess of bodies left over towards Elbow. It's on Aspas and Com to try and find some threat here, try and close the gap, and Miniboo, oh my god, so evasive! Miniboo, you are absolutely brilliant at this! Okay. Heretics aren't out of it yet. I thought this could be the turn point here. If Lev could maybe bully them away from that bonus as well, who knows? But that was a real moment there. Miniboo never falling too far away.
Little bro had big bros back there as they're peeling off, and we've seen them hold down sites. We saw them against Sentinels on Haven as well, about how they locked down that A site together. Here again, backing each other up, making sure, hey, you fall back, I got you. Hey, you fall back now, I got you next. And Lev, just as we talk about how they're getting the stride, they get slowed down. Benji, don't get caught by that neon slide.
No matter the instance, you gotta respect Aspas. Getting a little closer towards the ult here. Not getting the full look towards the site, but the knife gonna find a fair few connections, I can imagine.
Yeah. It's this comp in general. When you have that breach and that neon, you're playing with fire. If you're Cypher and you're trying to get that camera in main, you're trying to get that jump spot info, you can get punished so easily and open up the floodgates. But a missed opportunity for Lev. What I see here, though, is they've left King in B main. We usually see this type of play from Lev. They deposit players, they work the map, they cause the rotations, they manipulate it, they want to put people in certain positions, and then they activate. Activate King, then activate Aspas, then activate Tex.
I quite like the tempo change as well. Patience, ooh, the knife.
That's
very
good.
well timed, but do they read into this? Do they rotate? This is now going to be kind of that counter read. You can see the spam trying to find where the traditional camera that comes from Benji would be placed towards in market.
Oh my god, this is perfect from Heretics. They knifed A, they got the scan, they keep that stack towards B, and right now Lev wants to do the market split.
In they go. Benji was affected by the stun. He's still the only one revealed so far. Rienz couldn't close down on the kill, but Benji comes away from the stun, looks towards main and takes away King. They may have market, but it's going to be Tex's position that could be everything. He's carved them up some space, and now it's on Boo.
That's my down 8 seconds.
Oh, has he done enough? He might have slowed them down just enough to deny them. I think it's too late. I think Com knows it as well, as Heretics just stay alive.
Team Heretics, another brilliant play. That knife scanning A. Lev knows they've been spotted there. Expect that rotation with the time left that Heretics is going to over-rotate to A. But Heretics was 4 on B the entire time. Right into that trap at market and no time to get back to that A site.
They gave so little away as well. All the contact they kept having was basically on Benji. They got no further reads. They didn't find too much.
Good job.
And again, just Boo catching that one player on the cross. Spike dropped, done. That was it. That was the round wrapped. So we go again here. Double digits achieved for Heretics. Lev, they're getting close, but you're seeing them start to have to really dig deep on this one.
Showstopper found for Miniboo. That A orb was free. But it looks like Lev still split in that 3-1-1 right now. It doesn't indicate that they want to end on this B site just yet. Just pressure, look for that pickoff. Find an opening. Resuppressed again. Maybe baiting a reaction, a push from Boo to get into a precarious position over at A that Tex could punish. And here comes the reposition from the attackers here. They want to come over towards this A site. And I look towards Miniboo with that showstopper. And how is he going to react once that drone gets popped by Com for this reclear?
It's on Miniboo, really.
Paranoia plus showstopper.
The timing could be everything.
Right there.
When do they find out? When do they know?
They're contacting him.
Yeah, contact piece does kind of remove some of the set in motion play that could have come through. They actually managed to do some serious damage on that. Taking away Miniboo, takes away the biggest danger, the biggest threat, but Boo's still alive. Can he get away? No, Com catches him before he can escape. And now the site is in Leviathan's hands. Plant's gonna be there. They got past that by doing that contact piece. They managed to evade the threat of the paranoia, the showstopper combo. That was so diligent. But now, looking for the way back in. It's going to be King played back through. Do they check? Benji, notorious for this position. And he swings and he strikes. He only gets one, but he sets up the trade. And Leviathan do very well here.
I love that contact play from LEV. That's something that Team Heretics doesn't really have in their repertoire. We don't see them do those contact plays. It's usually heavy util, clear out everything, do a util dump to get into that site, and they usually miss timings because of it. But LEV being able to just walk in here as 4, the reason why it worked so well as well was that Boo, he was so afraid of that flank up from middle. There was nobody to stop that from Team Heretics. No trip, no camera, no player. And because of that, he doesn't have the paranoia ready. Boo isn't in a position to spot them early enough.
They've broken the money. They are taking these steps back. It is a mountain to climb here, even though the scoreline feels so close. But they've got some really good ults. They can bank those, maybe bring it out if they need. We've seen rounds like this go wrong in the past. Now they've got to be on the money. The danger man is Benji.
It's going to be mid-convergence here. Team Heretics, they're all moving over to mid to reclear.
Yes! Great shot there from him. Trying to bring back that weapon. Don't allow it to be an easy pickup.
And remember, they still have that showstopper on Miniboo. He's towards A. If they go back to A, that could be disastrous. Still, another 2 flashes for Woot here.
Re-smoke towards middle, but that Owl drone is going to clear. Sees nothing so far. They've got to have an idea. They're now heading towards the site. Which one?
Which one?
Take your pick here. TP, higher. Sees all of them. Great knife as well. Do they speed up? Do they slow down? 50 seconds. They can adjust. Slow and steadily, they walk towards A, but they look to be back in.
Deep trip as well from Benji. He's
Benji's got the rifle.
The box.
Benji has the gun. He is the man who can stop this. Does he hear it in time? He's certainly going to hear it now. He's got his trap in play. He's got everything he needs. Support's coming through. Aspas, first man in, does get caught and takes away Benji. That's the dream stop with a double pump. They're going back towards A. They don't know. They don't know everything yet. Do they figure it out now? But as this happens, Miniboo's gone too far. He's already drifted off from this. Brilliant work from King again, giving them so much space.
He popped the showstopper already. Can he stop this plan?
Wait. Oh, he didn't go around the corner. So all of that chance is lost here. Now, back line broken. Hold on. Calm gonna pop the ult. Now there's only a few standing. King, the one to try and do it with Calm as Boo, the last one alive now. Leviathan taking them on a tour around the map. But Heretics left in pieces. This is Lev's stand. Lev's chance to bring the game back here. And Boo knows his odds are looking pretty rotten. Leviathan, here we go. We're seeing the resilience, we're seeing the resurgence, we're seeing them back in this game.
I see a way back in for LEV. Yes, they're showing it a couple times here or there, but the reason why is because how they're leaving these players. They're going back and forth. They do this pendulum swing. They're waiting for the overreaction from the defenders, and Team Heretics is going right into it. They're falling for it. They're over-rotating.
I left a stinger for them.
They're getting caught, and they're not winning their duels anymore. LEV is starting to fight back. Team Heretics use their first timeout of the series to talk about what's going on. The gap is closing, and they're starting to feel it a little bit. Not only is LEV catching a stride, but now they have the reads, and they're toying with how Heretics is moving around the map right now. This is so nice to see. Not only that, but Team Heretics, they use 2 ultimates in that round. Showstopper, 100 Sphere. I think also Boo used his ultimate to get that information over towards that A main before that clear came in from LEV. So 3 ultimates on an eco round like that when you're already in the lead. Imagine you had that for this round here.
Yeah.
You don't have that anymore. Coaches need to call that timeout, pump the brakes. Guys, we're in the lead. Let's keep this lead. Let's not overreact. Let's tone it down a little bit. Let's breathe, think about what to do. Let's close it out. Few more rounds, that's all we need. Let's get there first.
Yeah, I'm so impressed with King during this game though. Again, it's easy to be blinded by the lights of Aspas sometimes. The guy is truly a superstar, but King, the way he gets them space, he gives them options, his timings are just perfect in this. He's been a wonder to watch. Now, with 4 rounds on this half, they've closed the gap. It's game back on. Heretics with their first time out of the entire series now look to find some impact. And they only catch 1, I believe, on that knife. So maybe a little bit of a misinformation here. See how they read this as they look to go back towards B.
Rolling Thunder.
Here comes the ult. Doesn't affect the players, however, and this dart could be huge. Benji can't close in, though. The follow-up stun has caught him. That's great. Rien's going to be warded away. This is a brawl now. How do they get out of this one? Mazzino controlling the site, trying to find security for that plant. Secure safety, but Wood, Benji, Rien's, they drop the bodies, they drop it to the ground, leaving Tex a little adrift, but he finds his way forward, fighting through market, looking for a follow-up towards
Let's go! Go back to it! Oh my god!
And they are getting the hell away from that B site.
Scrappy rounds, Boo, 1v2, we've seen it before, but this is still so difficult. Tex, he's been looking so just different from that last half. Cypher camera up, Trip to watch the flanks. Yes, Omen is able to get past that potentially, but this plant position is the only thing that scares me. If Mazzino goes down, Tex might not be able to defend that. Luckily, Boo doesn't have any teleports, just to smoke to isolate angles and move in. Yes, he can smoke off elbow and move in, but so many angles he has to clear on the way.
Yeah, it's so difficult.
Camera down.
First puzzle passed, I guess. And Tex slips a little bit deeper. So there is a 1v1 on the site here for a couple of seconds. Obviously, Boo doesn't know it. Checks to the left, dips to the right. He wants in. Tap on the spike, should draw a player forward, but he's missed him. He didn't catch the timing, and Tex catches him.
Oh my god,
Tex
he
was
is moving for me.
at saving Leviathan.
Oh my god, let's go. Oh my god, let's go. We got this moment
Are
up.
getting hard to predict because you see kind of the what's happening. You think it's LEV, then you think it's Heretics, then you think it's LEV, but then it's Heretics, but then it's LEV again. In the end, the way that these rounds are going back and forth with just the lurk timing from Tex here, for example, crucial.
It's close.
Pick up that second kill, but that pre-take coming in from Heretics to start it all off. It's anyone's game still. Who wants it more?
Step by step, Leviathan are getting closer. They've broken the bank again. Boo this time. You don't want to see, you don't want to see it. Aspas showed him how it's done. I'll do it with the Sheriff. No, I'll do it with the Classic. Now again, they don't have much to play with here for Heretics. It was just really that Guardian on Rien's, but at this point, Leviathan, there's no world where you see them just cower away from a game, just fizzle out. It's trying to heat up, trying to show how they got to this point. Nice little shot on Aspas, sure. But again, once they've decided to let these rounds simmer, they've been getting the upper hand on Heretics.
They're gonna swing on the timing.
Oh, but King and Mazzino, absolute hero, saving Com there. And Rien's, nice try, but not nice enough. Some opportunities, sure, Aspas being low, a little bit of chip damage, but still, Leviathan have taken the hard road. It was an arduous affair, but they are now within touching distance. They are at the door, they are knocking to come on in. It's 10-10, game on now.
All tied up.
Come on! Come on, bitch! Come on! You wanna see it?
Right now.
I'll show you! Oh my
Second
god, this
timeout.
is so good, bro.
2 rounds. The last one they used 2 rounds ago, but they saved them both. They didn't need to use them before. And now, what do we look at the difference between how Icebox was going on defense and how this map is starting to shape up? On Icebox, so many good reads from Team Heretics, staying a step ahead of LEV. We shut you down at A, we stack towards B. You come towards B, we shut you down, we move to this other spot. And LEV never found the answer of how to get into the game. Right now, though, the pace changes from LEV. The inserting of players, King, Tex, the lurks, the audibles, the back and forth. It's been working so well for them, and Heretics needs to be able to find a stop to this again.
Well, this was the thing. It felt until this point, until this half, LEV didn't look present in the game.
Yes.
Icebox felt a little uncharacteristic. The first half didn't look good. Heretics had turned up to play fair. But where was the opponent? It took this half, and suddenly we see Leviathan showing their diligence, showing how they got here. This is the team we wanted to see, and at 10 apiece, now we get to see who really has this map in the bag.
I also look at the scoreboard here. This is a good game. Not only are we tied up at 10-10 right now, but 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 are the kills on the Leviathan side. And on Heretics, not a big disparity either.
Nope.
16, 15, 13, 13, 11.
Everyone's firing.
Contributing. It's back and forth. It comes down to these clutch moments where some of these rounds are in 2v2s, 1v1s. It's anyone's game.
Oh,
LEV.
It certainly is.
LEV have been doing better more recently on this attack side. This dart scans them in main. LEV, do they speed up off this?
I don't. Maybe adjusting their plans a touch, but eyeing up middle still.
Want to split through market right now, potentially, and crunch on this B guy. They do have that stun ready for Boo in main.
Hold on, Miniboo. Did he spot Aspas then?
This defense is going to be too hard to break through anyways with Rian's Miniboo.
Miniboo can swing left, spots a player. Careful now. This is so cautious between both sides. So careful.
I like how they back out together. They're ready to deal with this CT push. They don't know. They left that gap open. But Boo, you need to be able to play your life here. He's also retreating. Market's compromised at this moment. He backs off as well. They're re-clearing together, moving around together. They don't want to get caught and split. But they're going to give up that B site as a result. Nothing they can do about that. Boo needs to go big, though.
Yeah,
Committed.
Boo's sticking around. He's staying on this. Maybe the unexpected.
Wait, the neon wall protects him from the drone.
They have no idea. Oh my god, wait. Boo could do something serious here. Rienz gets denied through market. But the ult, I mean, they know where he is now. All that surprise is gone, and look at it. The firing squad swings. Leviathan in control now.
We are back.
Heretics,
We are
whatever
back,
the adjustment
bro.
was,
We are back. Oh my god.
It is not enough. Leviathan are
they're
in
saving.
the lead
They're
now,
saving.
taking
They're
finally the
saving.
series back into their
They're
hands.
saving. They are saving for it. For
For
sure.
LEV. It was bold looking at how the game was going to 8-4. But right now, again, only two real solutions for Team Heretics if they want to be able to fight back against how LEV is playing with them. One, go back to your old style, full retake, let them have the map, and deal with it once they're committed. Or two, I don't actually, there's only that one. That's it. That's the only option. Because right now, LEV, the way they're depositing everyone, playing with these rotations, getting the opening kills, and pumping the brakes when they realize they don't have that opening, and then being able to pivot to something else, it's working so well for them. And the reason why it's working so well against Heretics is because Heretics themselves don't know how to do that on their attack sides.
You can see them floundering here a little bit, held on 10. It feels like a drought of rounds. It's been 5 in a row for Leviathan. Knife early, but it doesn't seem to dissuade Leviathan. They continue forward. Aspas on a heater. Oh my god! This guy is
mate.
out of the world.
Oh my god, this is so
like
crazy.
this.
Let's go.
Woot, what are you trying to do here now? Has to fall away a little bit. The site is theirs. Juan can be in next. Nice try from Rienz, but there's safety to be found.
Spike planted.
Rolling Thunder, that's what I look to. Position safely behind that box. Just needs that info, that cue from his teammates to be able to fight back. Woot, don't know when that knife's coming back off cooldown. Should be soon. I don't know if he invests this ult. Not yet. Not without a kill.
Waiting. Patiently, flash, push. They already know where they are. Leviathan holding them at the door. There's no way in. There's no access. It's going to be surely 12. Rienz can do nothing about this. One to the left, one to the right. And look at Com's positioning. He's not going to let this one slip. Falls away from the side. Let's Rienz try and try as you might, Rienz. You still got to find another player, and you ain't got the time to do it. Com just needs to survive, and he does. It's 12 for Leviathan.
Oh my god, let's go. We made it up, bro. We made it up. We made it up. We made it up.
LEV has won 8.
Oh my god, this is so crazy round. Aspas.
They're looking unstoppable. Aspas moving forward and getting these openings.
Let's go.
And before, when Aspas was moving forward and he didn't get the
Holy
opening, there was no
shit.
trade here. But when he's able to get that, and the rest of his team's able to come in and support from the backlines as well, take that space he gets, they're looking unbeatable right now. Completely flip the script from that first half, from that first map.
And Heretics look too stunned to even respond. They have no idea how to handle this.
Did you see how LEV's paused at the start of the round? They've played all the way back. They want to dodge whatever dart, whatever knife comes their way to shroud their actual intentions here. They see Rienz has that Hunter's Fury. Woot has that KO ultimate as well. These are really good tools for a retake or for a team fight. Mizzino on that Rolling Thunder. Last time they used it was for some sort of B hit. They used it on market, but right now, eyeing up that A site, potentially setting up Aspas for that mid flank on this pressure. But right now, a little bit of indecision talking about how they want to approach this. I'm just looking at the positioning of all the players with the key ultimates. That's the stun line. 5 players towards this A site and that rolling thunder. It's so hard to play in the site. Boo,
guys, just Earl and run.
I mean, that's 5. 45 seconds.
45 seconds.
Do you commit to it? You can see the hesitation. Yeah, Benji is just taking space.
Look at Rians with his line for the 100 sphere. He knows he can beam this line in the back.
This could be everything. He needs to find value. He needs to find a couple players here, and he's doing just that. Mazzino goes down, but they manage to survive. Leviathan now going to try and make it work with 4. In towards the site they go, and the plant is there.
KO ulti flash pre-take coming in. Next 5 seconds or so.
They got to
make on Benji
work
as well, but
Go up around, guys, please. You guys are so low.
It's this or it's over. Benji, oh, it's perfect with Miniboo, waiting for the aggression, reading it well, and King's good. I don't think he's this good. Heretics.
No, guys, just pull up.
After a drought of rounds.
Just
a
pull up. That's it.
Softening the targets up, taking a man down, and now giving us truly an option of OT here.
Now Miniboo has a showstopper. Woot saves his ultimate as well, and the timing on this knife, that value that it got, puts them 1 round closer to taking us to overtime. LEV still a little bit of indecision there. They've looked so decisive in the other moments throughout this game on their attack side, but here
they've still got so many ults, Josh. That's what scares me with Heretics. They've still got ults to bank on. You've got Aspas there with his TP for King.
I want to see LEV use Aspas through middle on a flank on one of these rounds. Whether it be
getting what you want.
Whether it be a B split through market and Aspas goes through mid, or an A split, either way, I want to see it.
Here.
They've seen the feet.
Oh,
and they've seen the shot.
Spam.
Dude, he caught King just off the camera, just spotting the feet crossing. And Benji, the value off the cam, outrageously good. So down a man to begin with, and King as a loss is a big one. He's been so impactful.
Heretics is fine to play the retake. Again, let LEV commit. Let them be where they cannot move anywhere else. Hat for the info to confirm. Maybe use a little bit too early. Wait for that spike plant, pop that, see if Calm's on that flank or not. Right now, here comes the rotation. A minute left, LEV's moving. Boo. On Icebox, you got punished that one time, but you've been so good, but getting away. Breaks the drone, perfect. Don't overstay, you're welcome.
Boo! Is this where you stayed around too far?
Tex lurking through mid. I like this from LEV. They're moving around, they're causing the rotations, but Team Heretics, they're fine to play that 5v4. They have 2 really crucial ults to do it.
Coming back around
it's gonna be
here.
back to B.
30 seconds left.
You're looking at Tex. He was a monster in middle before, but now you can see them hungry for him. The showstopper's gone. That was wasted. Did not find his man. Tex still alive. He has controlled them, kept them cornered, and now the site under Leviathan's control. It's OT or it's GG, at least on this map. Com trying to fall away. Leave this into the hands of Aspas. But you can see the KO ult. Tex, value, Leviathan with a
oh my god, no!
underneath them. But is it enough?
No way! They know he's
Riens! They know where Tex is, surely. Benji, Riens, defuse, and it's OT!
So fucking annoying, bro. This is so freaking annoying, man. What the fuck?
Heretics taking us the distance in map 2.
When we talk about how Team Heretics needs to respond, there's only one way they could do it. Sit back, let LEV commit, and come back with the retakes.
Oh, Woot with that start is so mad.
And even after that, Tex doesn't go down to the showstopper, still comes out with another kill. But still, just coming out, spawn together, tandem. Cypher and Sova, Riens and Benji, they're so good at this.
Hey, on their rolls, you know what they can do. You give them the Sova, you give them the Cypher. They'll give you a couple rounds, and in a moment like that, 12 apiece. In the final hour, they get bailed out. Because look at that run around. It was 6 back-to-back, and LEV looked solid as a rock. We digress. It's OT now. It's anyone's game. Heretics on the attack, LEV on the defending side. Miniboo, initial space taken. They can fight back now. The opposite just put the boombot into work. That's going to find connection. We've got a lot of players here, Josh.
LEV's got the read. They have the trips, they have the camera. They have the players.
Ooh, big info. That's not bad, but they don't know about the third man. They do not know about Mazzino waiting. The paranoia is good, but Mazzino has to show his hand, and he does well with it, does damage with it. Rienzo trades it back even better by taking away Tex. Now they saw King, and they kill the King! Rienz takes the crown in this round, leaving Aspas and Com so far away.
It's going to be a very difficult retake for LEV. They have to go for this. It's OT. Every round matters.
Ooh, and you know it's been a good round when Rienz is already popping that ult.
Oh, he's going to get a tag too. This is so tough. Dart's still available. As soon as they get on that spike, but the crossfire also in the sight, the trip.
Oh, this is brutal to witness. You can feel how arduous it is. And look who's creeping. Boo. If they even make it through on the site, they still got Boo to handle.
Securing the round.
This is it. Around the world, putting Aspas to bed and Com. Nothing more to do here. That's 13 to Heretics. Taking back the lead after what was a long time living in Leviathan's shadow.
So difficult to deal with those situations. Team Heretics, they're all in plays with their 5 players. If you play like LEV does, where you have 2 players on the other side of the map, they cannot connect. It's a 5v3 on the site, and now LEV back on that attacking side. This is where they were putting up all their rounds. Do they deposit players, or do they try to punish Benji quickly here? Rien's already backing him up if Aspas slides at him fast. Here it comes. Fast opening, Aspas.
Flash. Aspas, his attention was drawn to the back of the site. Selfless play by Rienz.
Okay, it was just a fast opening. It wasn't a committal to break that trip, see if they could catch anyone. The positioning from Tex and King. They want to play this round out. They want to play with those rotations from Team Heretics again. It's been working so well for them.
It was a real strong suit, wasn't it, during regulation? Something that worked very well for LEV.
Both trips broken now. And Aspas, they bring out the drone as well.
Those late knives was so nice as well, though, spotting out where LEV were deciding to eventually head towards.
This is a very interesting position because that drone reclear on A from LEV at the same time, Aspas gets spotted at B. They know that LEV is split across the map. There's no real threat for the next 15 or 20 seconds or so. It's this next contact that's going to mean everything. The dart to reclear close into B site right now. And Woot, when does that knife come for that A info?
Right there, right again. He's so good at the timing on this. He's figured him out.
There's no time for them to commit back to B. If they do, they need to go through market through Benji. And Miniboo here with that paint shells. Gets the paint shells. LEV, Aspas, you need this.
Him, and he's going to fall off the angle. Miniboo can post the paint shell, buy some time, 15 seconds now. They have to respect it. Time to work forward, time to face the music here. Leviathan going to take the first strike, though. Nice work towards the site. Sweeps it clear. Heretics go down. Plants coming in, they've got the 2-man advantage. Yeah, Com's barely alive, but he is alive. And that's the important factor here. You've got Rienz, you got Benji, you got Woot, but you got Com on the around-the-world flank. Little by little, he's closing that gap. They may be ahead of the smoke, but they won't be ahead of him. And Woot, yeah. Oh my God, hold on. The Com, the back.
Oh my God! The fucking go, bitch! Let's go! Let's go!
We go again.
Oh my God, that was so insane, bro! Oh my God,
so
let's go!
Close.
Let's go!
The reason why LEV was able to
my
swing
God,
it
bro,
around,
this is so
that
crazy.
stun line coming in, Boo took his crosshair
God,
away
bro.
from that one-way smoke. I believe
my
it was Com's
God.
dart
Oh
that
my
might
God.
have scanned him. Com, he's locked out by this one-way smoke, but once that dart comes in and scans Boo from the back, that opens up the floodgates for everyone to come out. Beautiful work, and again, LEV on their attack side showing why they're so good at these rounds.
They know how to fight that bitch!
Now they're
Let's
on
go!
the attack side.
Oh my God, that was so
slow,
insane!
methodical manipulation plays.
Pretty sure Com might have pulled his headset on that one, if I'm honest. Might have turned that around a little bit. Let him have his moment.
It happens.
I do love the reaction there of seeing the old EG team, obviously. Potter and Jorgamo in the crowd, watching Com playing here in this situation. A little bit of pride between the two of them, but yeah, I think it's probably just going to wait for his headset to hopefully get fixed. I mean, maybe I'm making assumptions, but he hasn't bought and he was pointing to his headset. So you know what? I'll put those pieces of the puzzle together.
When you stand up abruptly because you win a big round, especially when you were the difference maker there.
Absolutely.
I have no idea when he launched that dart or where it landed and why Boo wasn't able to take care of it, but that opening kill that Boo got, I mean, you have to think about it. There was like 13 seconds left on that clock. If that kill doesn't come in on that timing, Team Heretics probably closes out that round as well.
It looks like we're good.
They pushed it to OT. I mean, they got OT earlier. Team Heretics bring it back. Team Heretics could have had the lead right there. Instead, we go again. Now everything slowed down. A different approach. LEV contacting through middle on their defense side. Again, the mind games come into play once you hit that overtime.
Oh, it turns into a totally different game, doesn't it? It can kind of shed the realities that you've learned through regulation.
Aspas noted.
Hello. There's
Death
Aspas
ball
in
ready.
middle.
Sight is clear on that knife, but the pre-tick is ready.
Yeah, look and see them work off this, but I don't think it's as effective as they'd hope here. But it's the pressure from CT that could be the surprise.
Wait.
But it's Miniboo and Wood looking blind, but still hitting. How the hell did Wood get that kill on Com? I do not know, but it works well. And look at the advantage so early on. I like that tempo change. I like that pressure through CT, but somehow Heretics was so ready.
This is so difficult. Again, a 2 versus 5 this time for LEV. This is so difficult to break through, and Miniboo, Rian's both close to their ultimates. If either of them get a kill here.
Oh, Zeno trying so desperately. It's not pretty, and you think you know that the round isn't going your way. Texan giving it a good old try, but I think they've done more than enough here, Heretics. Zeno desperate to try and take a stand, but at this point, time's against him. Heretics, lovely form in that. Again, I quite liked what LEV tried to do, but it just didn't seem to be, I don't know, catching off Heretics. They seemed so aware.
It was almost like they were getting PTSD from that moment against EDG when...
That's how they got it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
right
how they
here,
got it.
right
See, when I'm saying I don't understand how they won that.
Through his smoke.
2 of those.
I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is how some of these rounds LEV lost yesterday against EDG, for example. EDG is so good at those smoke spams, and whoever makes it through this round here is going to have to face that again in the grand finals.
I really didn't even know. How the
Team
fuck are they
Heretics
playing?
again in the lead.
How the...
They win that
No
round.
words, bro.
They use
Just
their
fuck.
OT pause right now. They want to close it out. They have that defense. The defense hasn't been great for them. They've been winning in the last 2 rounds of relegation, but the overall entire defense half and in OT, they haven't been picking up these rounds. They haven't been converting. So right now, coach input comes in. What do they have planned? What do they want to change? How are they going to catch LEV off guard? Letting LEV commit was working until it wasn't. Now, what else do you have in store? And LEV, how are you going to respond to this timeout? You've been taking that B main fast. You've been trying to catch Benji, and then you've been manipulating these rotations in the mid-round. It's been coming down to the wire. The last few seconds of the round, where 1 or 2 crucial kills at a specific timing has gotten you into that winning position. Do you have it in you to do it again? 13-14. What do you guys got?
That's the question. The answer awaits.
Pre-aimed at that knife.
Wood's been good with these. It's that second one that he gets that he's just been able to somehow find them time and time again.
This is a change-up of the defensive setup. Benji over towards A. Hasn't been here before. Dodging that knife, it's been done before by LEV. And instantly on this A contact, smoke, stun, they're in here.
Pacey.
Will they expect that Benji trip? Aspas on that slide.
Well, because it's been Boo, it's been Miniboo over here traditionally,
Exactly.
and if more often than not, LEV have been winning that fight now. They've really got that tempo down. Rien's re-clearing middle.
They have to expect this trip. There's no defense here. If Aspas swings into this, Benji gets that first kill, that cage gives it away.
This should be everything they need to know here. Smoke just went up towards short as well, but I'm looking at the options that Wood has. Does he play forward? No, he's going to pop a flash towards it, but that's about it. They haven't stepped towards the side just yet until now. Benji's in a lot of danger here. Currently corralled into the corner, and they're very cautiously taking the space on the side.
As I watch this main action on A, I think about this Boo versus Tex minigame that's going to play out over the next 20 or 30 seconds or so. Knife misses, gets one, but Benji has to be forced out of this position.
Benji is in so much danger. Nearly isolating him a couple of times here, but this pause on the site, it's given pause for thought. Getting paranoid about middle, about a flank. Now they go for the plant here. Leviathan toying with time.
Speaking of paranoid, there is no paranoia in play. Boo across the map. He needs to group with his team. He needs to get the value from his paranoia.
Late. So very late. Miniboo, the one to be affected by the paranoia coming out from LEV. And LEV have 5 players on the side, and they've got no reason to move just yet. Waiting with the
First
darts.
smoke. Second smoke comes out elbow.
This is it, it's go time, it's the go signal. King, Com, waiting on the side, the paranoia is good.
Beautiful flashes.
And Miniboo flies in, but it's Boo to find Tex, and suddenly they're falling like flies. King can only do so much. Heretics extinguish the fire that was lit underneath LEV. Map two's theirs, and they go 2-0 up.
LEV made it so close, making me think for a moment that they were going to take this map. But in the final moments, Team Heretics are able to bring it back, and it's unreal. We're going to see them take that Sunset map and take it into map 3 Abyss with that 2-0 lead in the series.
I don't know, Heretics are playing insane, if I had to say. They really are. They really fucking are.
Photo booths are huge in Seoul. You can find like 10 for every block. So we're gonna go in one right now and take a bunch of pictures. And it's my birthday tomorrow, so we're gonna do some happy birthday themed ones. Some fans might recognize the arcade behind me as the location that FPX shot their features in for this tournament. I'm gonna go play some games and hopefully I'll have better luck than they did. As a musician, I feel like no trip to Seoul would be complete without hitting up the K-pop tour of Gangnam, and most notably, of course, the statue of Gangnam Style. All right, last stop of the night, getting Korean barbecue. I've never been in this spot before, so let's get some meat. That's it for our day in Seoul. Thank you so much for joining me. Do not forget to tune in for the VALORANT Champions Final this weekend, and I'll be hosting
god, oh my god, oh my god. I really don't believe myself. Like, bro, seriously, you guys are just wants to be known. A 0-2, probably a 0-2. For this reason, bro, the thing that I really wants to say, like, bro, listen here, listen very carefully. Bridge get +1 because of this Earl, because of getting flashes. That's it. But the thing is, these players really know how to dodge the flashes. Damn, this initiator really didn't work on them. Look at the 5+, 4+, 1+, +2. This is totally unacceptable, bro. Like, if LEV play a game like this, bro, picking a wrong agents and doing a wrong coordination, I don't give a fuck. Just fuck it up, bro. I'm done with this shit, bro. I'm done, bro. I'm done. I actually have been expected a lot of things from Leviathan right now, so if they play out like this, bro, damn, son, damn. No hates for Team Heretics. No hates for Team Heretics. But Leviathan is my one of the favorite team ever. However, like, we don't have a Tex, we have Calm, we have King, we have mostly Aspas, we have Mazino that wants to be a prop something before the, like, America's #1 team that have been the, like, damn, this is so crazy. Ema team is getting a championship. Wow.
Right now.
I mean, we talked about it maybe somewhat jokingly at the pre-show, but this guy has been statistically the best performing player on this team throughout their run here at Champions, and that is continuing here on this Sunset and maybe into this next map here of Abyss as well, because he's going to be just as important on this one.
He is going to be indeed. And let's talk about this Abyss, because this was LEV's choice. They had a couple of choices. They could have gone a few other places. What did you make of this decision?
I mean, I think for sure in their minds, they have to be feeling like, we can definitely do this. Like, the mistakes we made against EDG yesterday, very, very fixable. Like Mimi was talking about early, the macros there. It's just some of those micro decisions, how they can clear some of those angles. Like, EDG was giving them that space in mid and then holding like B-Link and other angles outside of mid and then setting up crossfires there to try to deal with Leviathan's pushes through there. And so I think if you just find ways to either save a little bit extra util to clear those, some flashes, some things like that, you have the opportunities to take advantage of that space and make those execs a little bit easier on yourself.
These two teams couldn't have more of a contrast in their year thus far. Leviathan, they were expected to be in these positions, to come out here and win at events like Champions. They haven't achieved that yet, and they're against a team who's now 2-0 up. who went into this year with 4 brand new rookie players and are on the eve of their 2nd international final set.
I mean, this is everything for Leviathan. They have to now pull off a reverse sweep, something that happens so very rarely. If they can't make that happen, we are not going to have any repeat trophy lifters. No one will have lifted that Champions Trophy in the past. This is do or die for Aspas and Calm. And now that they start on that attack, my eyes once again do go to Aspas. Can he be that tip of the spear that was lacking for them yesterday versus EDG?
And this is an opportunity for Team Heretics. Every single best of 5 they have ever won on this roster has been a 3-0. Panting and Steel, this could just be their time.
Could be. It certainly could be. There's every opportunity. But again, those grand finals of champions are truly reserved for greatness. And now Heretics are one away. They've done everything they needed. A reverse sweep is required, Josh. I mean, LEV were hitting up. They were getting back in that second half there on Sunset. Sign to life. Have you got faith?
LEV, they were hitting their stride, but we saw from Heretics what they were doing. They were delivering to us this new kind of new look, this aggressive, confident style. But when LEV started toying with them, that's when we saw Team Heretics. They got to revert back to what their old bread and butter was, what got them this far in the first place, and they were able to pull that out in a time of need. And it shows the depth that they have now. LEV, yes, their attack side was brilliant on that second map of Sunset. It needs to be brilliant again here, and they need to be able to close it out in that second half once they go defense. The double controller is going to help them with setting up these plays that was working so well for them on Sunset. Depositing players, causing misdirection, setting up these lurks that Tex is able to capitalize on. Aspas getting that front lines. A little bit of fight going on.
Bravado.
Yeah.
Just showing off the attention. And again,
scary.
This is just one of those reminders, and it's a rare occurrence, that it's not about the journey, it is about the destination. And this time, one more map and it's the grand finals. As said, a rare occurrence. So you're going to see this hesitance, this caution, this slow, steady, meticulous approach. And Aspas is creeping closer. These two are the heavy hitters.
These
the 1-2 punch. Who's on the other side? It's Boo, the backbone. The one who's been keeping this safe at times, the one who's been securing Heretics these rounds. Pixel shown, and the trap is sprung. Tex with a great shot, opening up the map, smoke up towards heaven, spikes on the way.
Here.
Difficult retake for Team Heretics without the smokes on Boo. Sheriff's in play. And a stranglehold on these choke points. It's going to be so difficult to break through. Miniboo Rans have Sheriffs of their own. They need these fights. They need the win.
Okay, but Aspas still drops a body. Mazzino doubling down on it. It's Benji. It's just Benji, and he's got so much to do and doesn't have it in him this time. Leviathan get things started right.
A good start to their attack side, and already a glimpse of what they have in store for us. The split pressure. King moving up at A, breaking those trips. That pressure at middle with Mazzino's walls to get that just misdirection, that doubt put in the back of Team Heretics' mind. And it creates that opening for Aspas and Tex, the two heavy hitters with those Sheriffs in hand, to walk up and take that isolated fight on Boo at B, opening up the gates for the rest of the team. The start LEV need. Team Heretics, this is on them to show that they are worthy to defend against LEV's attack side right now.
And it is a totally different, a real stark contrast in their current situation. As said, for LEV, it's do or die time. There is no other way out here, really. You win it or you die. That's the simplicity of champions now. And on the other side for Heretics, they've got safety of 2 maps. They can, you don't want to say sit back, but they're not fighting for their life right now. So there is that fire still smoldering underneath LEV. Aspas looking for a target, but doesn't find one.
Super deep with this Outlaw, knows that just one bullet needs to connect to take them out. Right now, LEV has that map split. Into that A site they go. The spike is planted, but the kills, they want to rack him up. Mazzino, he wants to get to his ultimate. He's 3 orbs away.
Oh my God.
Get all 3 right now.
Blood straight on through, it's Tex! Popping the hell off, 3 back-to-back with the Sheriff. And we asked a lot of Tex before, and he started to warm up. Now we're starting to really see him hit that stride. Double swing, and they hit. Aspas prowling. Oh, you can't run away from him. That's 2 now for LEV.
This is when the game gets on. Team Heretics needs to start picking up the rounds right now because, yes, this needs to be a reverse sweep for LEV to be able to come back and win this entire thing. And already 2 maps down, that means that they've expended energy to get here, but so has Heretics. And not only that, now LEV is warmed up. Maybe it's one of those things where it takes a map and a half to get warmed up enough, but they're looking on fire, on point right now. It's a matter of, can they continue this? Same opening as Pistol around here.
King. Normally that odd timing. For now, though, going to be thwarted away. And actually, they look ravenous for this kill. Look how far Miniboo was willing to chase this.
But still, that's deep info right now for Team Heretics. They're playing aggressive and confident. This is how they opened up the last 2 maps.
But I like what Manzino's doing. If you're going to take over that A space, we can then try and pressure you to pull you back. We could split on you. We could crunch over towards A main. I like what he's doing. They've not followed that pathing, but it's pulled these players back.
This is going to make this entire half interesting.
Miniboo. So brave to stick around on this.
Push off the line. The defaulting. Both teams just pushing each other back ever so slightly, gently, some resistance. But look at how soft this defense is for Team Heretics. Yeah. It's going to make this half so interesting with the fact that they're so afraid to play their 5-man retakes because there's always the threat of a lurk. Look how split they are. I've never seen them this spread apart before. Boo and Benji.
Here comes the punish. Boo, the position is pretty good. They've got to be aware there's a chance. They seem none the wiser, but an exceptional trade for Com. Keeping them with a good chance towards the site to at least get the plant. Now Benji's on an island, overwhelmed, and the bonus looking
Let's go, bro! Let's go!
That's a plant.
Yeah, we made it, bro! We can make this!
They're not here in time.
This is tough. Again, Boo down. No smokes in play. Rienz is alive. Dizzy, Dark. This is their opening here with that Cove.
They got to go now. They got to try and close down on these kills. And Woot's done so damn well. He's got Wingman ready. Tex is there, though, and Tex has been sharp.
They're going for the spam on the wingman.
It's not working. I'll tell you for free. It's working! What a fumble! That was so close to being theirs, but it was the bonus. Again, if we talk in reality, it's not the worst situation, but Josh, I didn't like that.
It was good from LEV. It actually was pretty good. That wall coming up, if it's normally a player diffusing, it's easy to spam them. That wingman being on that awkward angle, allowing Woot to be able to counter spam through with his Phantom, that's what caught LEV there. But still, it got really close. That was a bonus. That defense was spread apart. The defenders at B got melted without enough kills. And it still came down to the wire. Team Heretics needs to be cleaner.
Bloody hell, Tex. He's a scary player, isn't he? The second he sees him, just swats him like flies. But does Boo manage to keep his life? He does. Big from Boo, but he could be traded.
Spot the arm.
Oh, he's dead to rights. Com puts him to his grave instantly.
Won't expect a third player here, though. There's no way they expect Woot. But they're going to drone anyway. They were thinking about it.
Went for the ult instead. Fair play. Woot's in a real spot of bother here. Like, what are you meant to do in this?
He can sit back here. It's so hard to flush him out. They have no AoE. One shot.
He can't get away, though. If he stepped too far. Punished. Aspas. Waiting. Okay. Rien's going to find Mazzino. I'm surprised he got away with that, but angle wasn't there. And actually, wards off Aspas.
Pass the trips. Calls the team back.
King doing King things.
We've seen this. He needs to make sure he doesn't go too far, though. On Icebox, he did overextend. Once got one tap snapped by Rienz, that Snowman. He can't let that happen again, so he's just going to hold his space, but the hat from Benji confirms that information, and now King needs the group. But still, 3-on-2. If they play this properly, LEV should have this round. The double... the double flank coming into play here. And LEV, they secure. Wait, they're splitting up. Why are they splitting up?
Whoa,
Why have they done this? Okay, just jiggling for info.
That's fine, that's fine. That made me nervous, but Benji is creeping closer. It's Aspas he's got his fight with. Com up against Rienz. Benji up against Aspas. Aspas wins his fight, leaving Rienz in a 1v3. Caution on the corner. Tucks away from the dart. He knows he's got to fight around this, and he doesn't fancy it. Dipping away, shifting away. He has to give this up. And again, we talk about the impact of King here, and I have to reiterate it, because in this, it's not reflected in the scoreboard. So people may look back, may look at the stats and not see the impact he's had. But in this round, he got far too close on that B side. All the meanwhile, he was pushing through A. His timing, great. Yes, the hat tempered him, but he still got them a free side.
That's the strengths of Lev's attack side right now. It's, yes, King has been doing it this series, but they have so many players that are capable of it.
Absolutely.
Sometimes they leave Aspas on that super deep island to be able to call everyone back and walk up and take his duels. Right now, this series, it is King though, and Team Heretics, they have to make a decision. I wouldn't be surprised if we see an early timeout from the coaches just to get ahead of what's going on right now, because their aggression put down by Tex. When they play super passive, they get all their trips broken. They're afraid of those late flanks and the retakes. What else does Team Heretics have in store? LEV, their attack sides, unstoppable right now. I think they've lost 2 attack rounds basically since Sunset second half came into play. Aspas still on that outlaw. And again, Team Heretics, they didn't have the economy for heavy shields all game. And Aspas could rack them up.
And I do like the gun buddy on it as well. Knowing who his target eventually will be. You'll catch a glimpse on that.
Another slow opening from LEV. We've come to expect this. The camera in that secret room just tapped on a timing from Benji to keep an eye on that. Here comes the info from Miniboo, but still, just classics in play. The Vandal on Rian's over at that B site. And here comes that split. LEV, pressure on A, the walk up on B. If Rian's gets to tap these B players out.
Ooh.
Okay.
Getting real
That's Harbor, that's
dangerous
Omen,
here.
that's Sova spotted over at A. Do they budge? No. Rian's 4 players for the defense.
Wait.
Stay here. Tex,
Wait.
Aspas.
This read could be everything. The spike slowly coming over. They had no idea what was around the corner. Now with that surprise, do they back down? Do they surrender? No, they go forward.
There's no time to go back.
Audacious. But time, you're right, 18 seconds. They've got to speed up on this one. They've got to somehow carve the path. 10 seconds. They send Aspas in. Give us options. Give us something. Help me out. Ult's being poured on. Benji offers himself up for the trade. Selfless in the moment. The plan is in though. King and Mazzino got to dig deep on this. Mazzino, where do you go here? Fades it perfectly. Diffuse has started though. They got to get him off this. They got to stop it. And they can't stop the roll. They can't stop the diffuse.
Wow. That is a MasterCard masterclass, Thrifty, right there from Team Heretics. We've seen them try to pull out rounds like this, where Boo is on an island trying to make enough presence for them to go to the other site. LEV, they overcooked it. They were doing the same thing that's been working for them right now.
A 0 to 5 mini Boo sent them running. A 0 to 5 mini Boo with a classic sent them all the way around.
Rian's, the Team Heretics is so good right now at not budging. And LEV, if they accelerated everything a little bit earlier, they would have had time to go all the way back to A.
100%.
They didn't have the time.
Okay, Benji made himself a little corner to play out. They had no idea that he could be there. Benji put it on a show, put it on a class. And Mazzino and Tex, the back line of comm there. Having to now work uphill, but they don't have any access. They don't have any layers. They don't have that look. So few options. Really difficult round.
Here.
All off the back of Benji in that cage. An evolution of what we expected from Heretics.
And LEV, it almost feels like a tilt call. They played the round so slow. They played themselves. That this round, let's go fast. They go fast, but they go into a trap. Miniboo there. Benji there, Trips are there, and now 3 on 5.
Oh, Miniboo, did you see the cape?
Don't know if he saw the cape.
That might be an opportunity at the time. It looks like Heretics are getting a little restless. They want this round wrapped. Mazzino goes down. That could be it.
Unless the cape is Superman, there's nothing that Calm can do in this position. That spike is, it's gone.
Okay, this would be the most heroic play of his life.
There's no way.
That's one. 14 seconds. They need the spike and they needed it now. The hat on the body, this has pulled enough of the interest here. They now know 8 seconds. I think this one is done. Benji near on securing it. I don't know if he's going to be able to find Calm at this point. So the ace is not going to be achieved, but Again, Benji in that position, set into motion. Josh, it feels like they walked into a trap, you're right.
This needs to be a pause in the action for LEV. Right now, they lost 2 in a row. Not the end of the world. But let's digest how they lost those 2. The first one, they went way too slow. Way too slow.
Bro,
they played
what
themselves.
the
Second
fuck are
one, they
you
went way too
doing?
fast. If they find that sweet spot in the middle, take that map control, sow in some doubt in the minds of Team Heretics, and then play that round with enough time that they could bail if they need to. That's where they need to find themselves. But a switch up, Team Heretics at mid with that Minibu.
Oh my god.
LEV walking into the Lions Den again. There's no way. Okay, the drone spots them out. Cancel the strat.
Good protocols. I mean, he still fancies a go, and they're not backing down either. Finally, it looks like they've accepted their fate and fallen away from middle, but you can see Aspas is still sticking around with Tex. Not completely relinquishing the chance of it, and Minibu, the readjust perfect. Denies common opportunity into this round.
I look at the setup, I'm looking at Sunset right now. This is exactly how Team Heretics plays it, with the same people, same spots and everything.
And I feel like after getting contact on those players, you know there's still a chance there in middle. Yeah, Woot knows it. Reading the game well, understanding what Aspas wanted to achieve here.
They're pinging it. You can see that they know that the smoke comes in, Aspas is lurking, Rian's picking up that angle. Ready to take that fight. Spots Aspas, knows that this kind of like lurk play towards A might be in play.
Tex!
Speed.
On the ult as well. They really want to try and make something out of nothing. You got the 2 rifles, King and Mazzino with them. All players basically on the A side have to scramble over. Woot back to the wall. There's nowhere to go. You can't backpedal now. Aspas puts him to his grave, creates opportune chances. As Benji now can't pick which poison he wanted. King puts him out of his misery. The pawn's there. They made the path themselves, carving a way forward. But Minibu's already drawn blood. Location noted, however, makes this harder. Anyone dare take a fight against him? The timing! Aspas, when you need him most, gives Leviathan chance, gives them opportunity, and Boo needs to bow out of the round.
Speaking of opportunities, Aspas reclaims that op. Tex off the map. Oopsie. But when we come back to the drawing board, when we talk about what's going on in these rounds, this is how Team Heretics actually starts faltering on their defense side, is these splits on B site. Benji, Boo, whoever is there is so good at defending against the hit coming from in front of them. But once that split comes in from that side, that's when everything falls apart, because the position that they have when they play this passive means that they're caught between a rock and a hard place. They can get shot in the side. They need to be able to push and fight hard commit into either middle or B to mid or to B main. You can't be caught in between both places.
Damn.
So frequently Team Heretics gets caught there, but now Aspas picks up that operator. Minibu still gets his out. Now we're gonna see.
The multi-view replay on that for
Yeah, right?
It's like, it's not bad enough you got
Insult
it
to
once.
injury,
Yeah, it's like,
salt
no,
in the
double down.
wound.
But I like this. I like that they're starting to pressure mid more. I like that Aspas, I mean, showed how far you can get on that. Literally right up the gut through B-Link, pressure upon pressure, the rest of them splitting that B site. I'd say they are one of the most diligent teams in my mind at kind of playing this map out how I feel like it should. But what's my opinion worth? Let's see if Aspas can do it again. There's 4 players this time. He's got an army against him, and Minibu already gonna fight. What is
Convergence.
that? Absolute shutdown and shut out in middle. There's no more access here. Heretics hated that last round. They want no more of that.
Whenever we have a moment in the round, don't know who's there, DJ maybe. I need to see this camera on Benji right now over towards B. What is that covering? It's got to be insane information. LEV still 2v5, trying to play out the round. 45 seconds remain, and that ultimate on King as well.
Scary players alive as well. We've seen Tex and King both giving them opportunities, but that door still has to break. So they still have to give away the intention to a degree. You've got 2 players there ready to meet them. You'd need Tex to alleviate that pressure. So it's all about layers to this.
30 seconds left.
King's trying to create that opening for Tex to sneak through, but
Rien says the read well. The
budging.
timing, they're trying to time this to try and split their attention, divide and conquer. Boo's not going to fall for it, and they know where Tex is. The intention, I get it. The execution, not going to work out. And slowly but surely, you can try and take fights. It doesn't matter. Heretics are back in the game.
The problem there is even if There's the camera. Amazing.
A wall. Classic Prius.
Maybe get the 180 on that one next time, but oh, good. The problem with that around like that in the end is that even if you do end up getting a kill, let's say Boo goes down in heaven, the rest of this setup is symmetrical. There's no way. And I like how Team Heretics is realizing how LEV is working the map, spreading them apart, and they just realize, let's fight for 2 of 3 spots. We're going to pick middle, and we're going to pick A. B, we play the retake. We're good at it. Who cares? We got the Cosmic Divide. We're chilling.
I mean, they're learning in real time, though, because that was a very high priority area for LEV, and they're somewhat similar approach to it now. This time it's going to be Boo to try and handle it. They're going to prop up Mini Boo on the extremity on one side and probably allow Benji to then flex back towards middle here.
Great call from LEV. I'll explain why right after this fight happens, because Boo is going to get caught on a time potentially.
Oh my god, how's he? Oh, he's dead to right, surely. Surely he is! Tex with the punish and the slow approach, looking to get a stranglehold on this A site. The paranoia's gone in, it finds no one. They are on the site itself. A fight towards CT, Benji wins it. Banging shot. Woot's still there, but he falls quickly to Com. The site now open and available, Rien's backs away.
Man, 3v3.
Mini
what
Boo.
better players to have alive in the situation? Spikes down and Mini Boo's sitting on it too. Com has no idea.
Oh,
None the way. Wait.
He has a look.
He's
Spike's gone. He's heard the jump. He knows it. Com?
You know,
the audacity to turn around, but they've lost Aspas in the meantime.
For 40
Com,
seconds.
There's nowhere to go. They have to fight forward here. He's got to bank on King to find him safety, find him across here. And King, how good can you be? Not this time. Rienz is on it. The deadly trio.
And now they just wait for Mini Boo to come in. He's going to locate out where Com is and let Benji and Rienz close this round out. Host it. Nowhere to go.
We're seeing that composure hit here for Heretics. But talk to me about the start of the round. There's something you liked.
I loved it because what has been happening throughout this series is whenever Team Heretics shuts down LEV somewhere, let's say they do an A1 round, instantly next round Team Heretics goes B and then expects LEV to go B into it. So here what we see is LEV tries going mid, Team Heretics shuts it down, instantly Team Heretics decides that they're going to go shut down a different area, A, B, they just pick a different spot, and so LEV, they go middle again, uncontested, find that opening on Boo, catch him in the back, they have everything dead to rights. That kill Benji got on Tex, Cypher on Cypher, violence over towards spawn, that was the difference maker, because that allows Benji and Rienz to move together into that retake, and it's just, how are you going to stop these guys? Yes, you had Aspas alive, yes, you had King and Com, and these are the guys that you look to in a lot of these situations in these mid-rounds and closing it out just by the nature of the agents that they're on and the roles that they play for the team, but it's just too much a tall order when Mini Boo's closing in the backlines as well.
Let's take a breath here. Take a moment. It's 5-4. The early start was good for LEV. Stake their claim here. Proved that there's a reason they went to this map. They're good on it. They're strong here. They play a great game. But the pendulum started to swing. Last couple of rounds starting to look better and better for Heretics. So the timeout hit. An opportunity to adjust, to bring in a new idea, to address some of the issues they're having. Because Heretics are going toe for toe so far, or toe to toe, with exactly what they're wanting to be seeing. They know exactly what Leviathan are trying to get up to. So what's the plan now?
And it's in those first 4 rounds of this map so far, I was thinking this is LEV's game. They're going to run with it. Boy, am I wrong. 5-4. Team Heretics has won 4 of the last 5 rounds. And Mini Boo feeling so confident with this operator, taking these deep lines. Team Heretics dealing with this mid-pressure so well, except for that last round. And LEV not finding any solutions right now. Again, they had that game plan on Icebox. It worked for a bit until it didn't. The same thing's happening here.
You could hear it from the crowd there.
The gasps,
the
tension.
It's palpable in these moments.
It's
the
okay.
difference that half can make. Mini
They know
Boo
about Tex though.
respecting this.
He's behind the box. He's waiting for that rotation. He's listening for the noise, and he's waiting for the perfect time to strike. But if he mistimes on his camera and he gets the top of his head spotted by Boo here, if he drops, I don't see a way back for LEV.
Waiting, denial on the plant here.
Boo versus Tex.
There it is, and Tex wins. Had comes online and suddenly it swings in their favor. That pendulum apparent again. Aspas up top, waiting for the push through. You got a player down low in the smoke as well.
A cosmic divide. LEV's playing in. They know they have to play in front of us, stop them at the choke points. And here comes the retake.
Ooh,
Dizzy
King.
in.
Hold on, he's still here.
Scan.
He evaded it. He's trying the best he can. Aspas only gets one. The trades. Woot, outrageous on approach, trying to be the bulldozer, but it's Boo from above. Time for the defuse. And Heretics taking a stronger lead now.
So well played from both teams as well. That fight at middle happening, Tex going 1-for-1 only, but realizing the rest of his team needs to play up and stop them at the choke point. The problem is, as they're coming through the smoke at the choke point, here comes a Dizzy and a Dart. You can only deal with one at a time, and the scan gets off and finds the opening for Team Heretics to flood out that spawn gate. And LEV, they're just unable to put them down. The trades go in the favor of Team Heretics, and another round goes in their favor. But LEV, some of these rounds are really close. It's not that their approach is bad, it's that Team Heretics is inching their way at the very last, slimmest margins, the last moments. Benji, don't get too greedy now. 6-4. LEV can still climb back.
Of course
the
they
drone,
can.
the Hunter's Fury, and Calm's been so good with these.
The second you stop respecting and fearing this side, the second they can take it away from you. Aspas with a glance, but he finds no connection that he wanted here. Not able to find the impact yet. Being held at the door still. And now there's going to be issues. They get held up. Rien's and Benji, the 1-2 punch. But Aspas, surgical precision is not good enough today. Mazzino detained. They are left in ruins as Heretics running them down as Con, the last man standing here. A 1v4. Show me what you're made of now. He's got a spike, he's got 50 seconds, but the back line has watched. Boo.
Closing.
He's not letting you get away from this. He's gonna hear those steps, and he knows he's gone middle.
B-site's open, but again, plant, who cares? Your economy's in shambles. We have 4 players for this retake. And LEV, again, they're so close on so many of these rounds when they're doing it slow and methodical that they lose the confidence in their own identity and their game plan. They switch it up. They falter. Right now, Team Heretics, a brick wall, moving together to find out where Calm is. It's such a difficult task. The plant open for him, though. If he lets him slip by...
Show me some magic, Calm. Go on.
The reads, they just know.
They know all too well. Him looking for those finest of margins to try and find an opportunity to play with, but Heretics aren't having it now.
So LEV does have a second timeout to use. They shouldn't use it here. There's only one more round. Is it worth one round on attack side? Unless they're going to get some value out of it for the defense. I don't think so. They should save that for the second half. So right now, LEV on the fly, in-game leader, needs to make the decision. What are they going to do? Are they going to try to go fast again? Run into a brick wall? Are they going to try to slow the game down? Get into these really interesting situations, the 3v3s, the 2v2s, and try to just get that confidence back to close out these rounds. They have the players that are able to do it, but they're not giving themselves the opportunities because they lost it a couple times. When you're at these stages of the tournament, if you lose that confidence in yourself to be able to close these rounds out, that's when it's truly over. Again, 5-man group, Deathball.
It looks so similar, but different players this time. It was Benji and Rienz who were able to punish last time. Here, they've had to rescind, fall away. Leviathan have done what they needed to at least secure the plant. First, oh, big pick as well for Mazzino. Punishing Woot there. Man up to the good as well. This is way better. Miniboo starting to get curious.
There you go.
And killed by King. This is way better stuff. Starting to see real synergy, real teamwork. The crossfire is holding well. Mazzino getting maybe a little bit too overzealous in this, but they have the numbers on their side. They can take a couple of, I guess, riskier choices. As Rienz, yes, you can take down Com, but it's the rest of the team that was never going to fall.
7-5 half in favor of Team Heretics. LEV starting the half very strong there. 3-1. They started, looked very reminiscent of their icebox, but they're going to be moving into that second half. They're going to be moving into that defense side. And Team Heretics has been looking so strong on some of these players. Losing the confidence on LEV is not what they want to have happening right now in this instant.
Confidence is key. And in these moments, that's where it really comes through. These two teams excellent in these situations. They've been in similar positions before, of course, champions on one side, but to tail with a familiar foe, I'll head down to who's faced them both. Zelsis and Kaplan, joined by Jen.
Hello everyone, and Coach Kaplan and Zelsis in the house! 센티넬의 캐플린 감독과 젤시스 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 먼저 감독님, 어제는 패배에 아쉬움이 있었지만 오늘은 좀 편안하게 경기를 할 수 있을 것 같은데요. 선수들 모두 좀 어제 이후 어떻게 지내고 있는지 여쭤보고 싶어요. So Kaplan, yesterday was full of heartbreaks, but today you actually get to lay back and enjoy the game. So how's everybody doing today?
Very, very tired and trying to figure out how to be somebody who cheers in a crowd. Not used to that. You know, only know how to cheer in a coach booth, so I'm learning today.
좀 많이 피곤하고 사실 경기를 보면서 좀 관중의 입장이 돼본 적이 너무 오래 전이었기 때문에 좀 어떻게 하면 좀 좋은 관중이 될 수 있을지 사람들을 응원하는 사람이 될 수 있을지를 계속해서 연구 중이라고 얘기를 하시는데요. 그러면 또 개인적으로는 어느 팀 응원하러 오셨는지 여쭤보도록 하겠습니다. So who are you rooting for today? And you know, may I get your predictions?
Doesn't matter. EDG are winning tomorrow. But I gotta root for Heretics today. I mean, first of all, I want to have only lost in playoffs to grand finalists. And second of all, how can you not root for a team that all go on stage with matching Timbers hats? You can't stop them.
먼저 EDG가 내일 우승을 할 거기 때문에 누가 오늘 이기든지 상관이 없지만 그래도 헤레틱스를 응원하게 되는 게 사실 센티넬스가 헤레틱스한테 져가지고 좀 그나마 더 잘하는 팀이 이기게 되면 더 좋지 않을까, 센티넬스에게도 명분을 만들어주지 않을까라고 얘기를 하고, 그리고 이렇게 좀 티버 모자 맞춰서 쓰고 왔으니까 어떻게 헤레틱스를 싫어할 수 있냐고 얘기를 했습니다. Now I'm gonna turn to you, Zelsis. 젤시스 선수 만나보도록 할게요. 오늘 또 누구를 응원하러 오셨나요? Now, who are you rooting for here?
I wanted LEV to win, but they're kind of getting rolled, so I'm going with Heretics.
레브 응원하러 왔는데 좀 지고 있으니까 헤레틱스 응원하겠다고 얘기를 했는데 마지막으로 어제 굉장히 무대에서 아쉬워하는 모습을 보여줬기 때문에 좀 팬분들에게 한마디 부탁해보도록 하겠습니다. We saw a picture of you taking in the crowd one last time yesterday. So anything you would like to say to the crowd here and the fans?
You guys are amazing, and I'm so grateful all of you came out here, not even supporting Sentinels, but Valorant in general. I love all of you, and thank you all for supporting us. Buy the Sentinels bundle.
정말 센티넬이 아니지만 그래도 발로란트를 응원해주신 여러분 너무너무 감사드리고요. 센티넬 번들 사라고 얘기했습니다. Thank you, Zelsis and Kaplan, and back to the game we go.
Poor old Jen having to also then shill for the bundle too. She had to dive in on it. She's like, yeah, well, got to translate now. Smart work there, but 7-5, let's focus back up here. Heretics in the lead. LEV closed out with a little bit of confidence in that final round. Maybe a spark here to bring them back.
Maybe. We'll see. Only time will tell. Because as I've learned my lesson, these teams have so much to offer. You can never count them out too early. Miniboo keeps slinking up the gap.
Oh, but look at the support system on that. Literally everyone involved in the kill, but Tech's still here. Tex gets two! He couldn't quite get the third, but he did so well to do this much damage. And Mazzino's found a gap to work in. He's found two targets. He couldn't take them down, though. They stayed alive. And now we're in a 2v2. Boo, Benji up against King and Com. Boo down low, and now vision removed, but King's gonna have to get close!
Oh my god, let's go! We're winning! Oh my god, we're winning up!
Pistol on the board for LEV. The score is getting closer. Sunset got real close when OT. I'm thinking LEV might have something in store for them, but I like the opening from Team Heretics there. Moving up that right side, dodging the trips and the cameras and everything, getting in there. The first point of contact, it almost caught them by surprise. Aspas, no chance to play the round there. He is a player that you want alive to be able to shoot back as, you know, maybe using his teammates as pawns, as cannon fodder, as he can just go in and just wipe up everything. He had to sit back, lounge back in the chair, and watch the round develop.
Yeah. But again, this is the start the LEV needed. You wanted that pendulum swing, you wanted that momentum, you want a close, lower finals. This might be the start of things to come. This round, Heretics We're looking at the Ghost with Boo and just a Sheriff with Woot. On the other side, of course.
He'll be one off Thrash at the end of this round at the worst.
Not bad.
Unless he falls off the map. But right now, LEV, they're not moving. They got their space. They got their control. They're happy with this. Team Heretics grouping up. They got that orb. Looking for that second one. Woot getting ever closer to the Thrash. Clearing out all the close angles just in case. There's no KO flash coming on this map. It's a double controller comp. And that is a second recovered orb. That means Thrash is one away. That is a death, a kill, or an ultimate orb. Oh, yeah, just a death or a kill. He's getting it no matter what. And Team Heretics coming back to that B site is just text to defend. Mizzino pretty close by to help him out, but still, it's a tall order here. If he gets flushed out by a Dizzy Dart, smokes the block off his teammates, but Mizzino should be putting up a wall here anytime now. 30 seconds remain in the round.
He's not looking this way.
He's not.
Okay, this is too late. They're already ahead.
Past it.
Oh, this is a mistake on timing, and Texting get overwhelmed here, but Mizzino desperately trying to help him out, make up for the mistake and hold the line as best he could. Boo's punished him though, and now the plant. Woot's got ult still, if they feel there's a chance.
No way he uses it.
Surely
here.
not, but I mean, Boo's got himself a Guardian. Maybe he can make a little chaos happen here.
Bounce shock. There's no shock. Just the dart. Scans him.
Has to remove here a little bit. Woot trying to watch that cross. Just call out the cross. 1 HP. He's down so desperately low. But Lev showing caution, showing respect for the other side. But a bounding Aspas does the job well. With 3 alive, the defuse is there. The threat is crushed. And we have an even affair on our hands.
With that plant, with a couple of those kills, maybe we get to see heavy shields coming out, denying Aspas the ability to one-shot players with this Outlaw. As the score gets tied up, 7-7 here, Team Heretics, they were using these death balls on their Sunset. It was working pretty well. Now we look to LEV. They need the reverse sweep, basically, if they want to be able to move on to that next stage, that grand finals. They need 3 maps in a row. They need to start here. They need to be able to convert this bonus round.
But you talk about caliber of players, you look at the potential to do it. They've got the pedigree. They've got the players who can turn up. We're saying this at the first time it's gone even.
Yeah. Fast hit, and here's the Thrash, round 3, and throws his hat down on the way.
Oh so my god, that was so perfect!
What a shot, straight out of the sky. Oh man, that puts Miniboo right in his place.
2 Sheriffs in the Outlaw on this retake. Yes, they have the man advantage, but man, again, stopping them at the choke points. Team Heretics in their faces. Thrash goes again.
Oh, but
shot in the back.
Mizzino is timing perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better. Benji now called in, required to go above and beyond, and he's doing just that. That's a second body dropped. He needs to depend on Rien's to control CT here as well. Tex goes for the swing. King on the trade, but hold on. Getting closer now. He knows it. He's seeing it. Benji keeping Heretics safe because Leviathan then got dangerously close.
I am loving this side of Team Heretics, though, that are getting in the phases and stopping them from being able to get any space. The disrespect. A lot of teams, they're in a 4v5 like this, they're against Eco. They might give too much respect.
That was so perfect.
Barely caught in the back there as well on that Thrash.
Timing, yeah.
The reason why it's so important to be able to play with this confidence and locking down the choke points is that it shows that you're confident to not allow them any space into the round. And when you give too much respect, that's when you start playing on the back foot, letting the other team just swarm you. It's Team Heretics. They hang on still. They take the lead. Aspas on that operator, though, off the back of that save. They kept those Sheriffs, the Outlaw, so that he could afford this and put a stop to Benji's shenanigans.
Right
now, Benji, thinking twice about if he wants to move up or not, but finally he puts that cage. He can pop that any moment in time in the round just to cause a shroud of doubt. But these players getting spotted here. It's only 2 defenders on this A site right now. If Team Heretics chooses right now to hit, to strike, that's it. LEV need to fall off.
King and Com, they're trying to stand their ground, trying to hold the site, and maybe that's why. Oh, King beheads Woot! Tries to dip away in time, but the plant is in. A trade of space and the site. Time on their side. Miniboo, Boo, and Benji. Oh, but Miniboo, careful. He was completely vulnerable towards CT then, but they're so focused towards that retake through tower.
So far away. Aspas has the operator and King has 11 HP. They're so split and the time's
They're
running
ahead of the
low.
wall here. This double stack is hard to handle. How do you break this? What do you have? The second they try and drop, they might be dead. They might be brought down. Dragged down. Desperate try from Tex and Mazzino, and now it's just Boo. But time is ticking, and Boo just has to play to the clock. He has to play it properly. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You gotta get in there. You gotta stop shooting the thing and get in.
Why?
Why? Just run in.
God! Oh my god!
Call a timeout. Call attack.
Oh my god, that was so crazy!
That is your IGL. These are the decisions your IGL is making right now.
That was so crazy, dude!
You need to what is this?
Oh my god, that was so perfect!
Oh my god.
This is the lower bracket finals. The winner of this series goes to the grand finals of champs.
That is unforgivable. You know he's going to be kicking himself. Does that affect him going forward? No timeout called.
We're about to find out.
Think it's a mistake, that's fine. I don't think that is acceptable, but as it stands, Lev, hey, you saw the smile. You don't often get given those. You thought you were dead to rights.
Bro.
I know. Refocus.
You or them?
Everyone. 8 to 8. You don't get given those often. You really don't. Not at this caliber.
They're going to use Cosmic Divide. You can see the pings on the map. That's the line that they're going to draw. Boo across the map. He has that gravity well to play that post plant. He's going to be able to come in from the back lines, get that timing flank. He needs to make sure he's not too slow on it this time. He has been in the past. Team Heretics moving up through middle. Getting spotted. Miniboo taking damage, losing some of those daggers in that Blade Storm. But still, they want to commit to this play. They still have that Cosmic Divide to make it work. Lev split across the map. 3 players towards this mid-A defense right now. And the decision to peel away from that B position from Boo. Genji. All the way in that smoke. And here comes the mid-split. Here comes the wall. And here comes the hit. This shock is going to destroy
I'm worried
Wood.
though. Miniboo still actually managed to get away unscathed, but it's Benji to fall first, trying to make it through from main. Aspas patrolling on the back of the site. Decides he felt that pressure. Didn't want to stick around too long, but with a 10-second plant, they're going for this now. Waiting. Miniboo, knives are there. Counter ult are going to come in, try and make this site almost unlivable on. Leviathan change their approach, looking up towards tower. 2 towards CT, Com being one of them. Trying to take and takes down Rihanna.
Oh!
Follow-up. Perfect shot. They are clearing.
Oh, clear Crystal Dama.
Here to play.
Oh my god.
Leviathan putting up that flawless round here to put an end to Team Heretics. That's 2 rounds in a row for Lev right now, and just getting his feet caught as that smoke comes down. You'll see a lot of Omen players choosing to place that smoke a little bit higher up that will fall down. And if it's in the faces of their opponents, that means that the opponent can't see anything, but half their body is exposed. And now, here comes the timeout on this gun round for Team Heretics. Round 18, 8 to 9. They're trailing by 1. They've been good on their 5-man death ball attacks.
Yeah.
They have good ultimates to use on this as well. They know Aspas has that operator out. And it seems like A's been working. They've been playing these post plants really well, denying the ability for Lev to come out of the choke points. It's been working so well for Team Heretics. Yes, they only have 1 attack round at the moment, but if they stick to their guns, like, you have to keep in mind, the only reason why Lev picked up these last 2 rounds was because Boo shot all his bullets into a cove instead of just running in and killing the player. This could be Team Heretics 10-8 up, putting Lev on eco, 11-8, closing out, and going to the grand finals.
It reminds me of this situation. Fnatic Sentinels, once upon a time, a flash going astray, and it all suddenly
A mystical flash, perhaps?
Something like that. The difference 1 round can make. The question is, do they have the wherewithal? They have the ability to bound back. And it's hard when it's an IGL. It's incredibly hard to then pick yourself back up after making a mistake. But these mistakes, at this point, cost you so damn much. Now, Ults to be used, a buy in hand.
Oh my god.
They have everything they could ask for here.
This is actually so trouble for them right
It looks
now.
like B is the target Team Heretics wants to hit. Thrash and play. Cosmic Divide if they want it. They want to go towards Tex, but it's fine. They have that Mosh to flush him out of that back position where he's currently standing.
I don't know. Tex, he's been scaring the life out of me. This man
Don't hit your
has been
teammate, though.
a monster. He's still looking for a victim. He's found a couple of players. I told you, you got to be careful going towards his site. Takes down his opposing number, but it is traded. They've now got their foot in the door. The site is under Heretics' control. But it's been these post plants they've been struggling on. Actually, the Baron, wait, that felt a little
just Mazzino out, though.
kilter. Well, the timing maybe a little bit off there.
Aspas is still in their spawn where they buy.
This feels disjointed. Mazzino can still make it hurt. It's not like it may not work, but still play together. Play as three, play as the team. And they're doing that. Com set up for success. Now down to Aspas and Com to try and work this back through. Rienz and Wood on the site. An isolated fight. He takes it with both hands, leaving Aspas to try and fight. And he does. Punishes Wood in the back. There's no running away from this. Face your fears, but Rienz was a god on this map. And he needs to show him how it's done. Show his composure. Show how good he can be in Aspas. His hand is forced as Rienz keeps Heretics alive now.
Aspas only fakes. He never commits that first stick. Rienz knows this. He is so good in these clutch moments. He knows the ins and outs of who he's against and how they're gonna play. And these opening kills, I see the LEV, the version of them that we saw in Sunset. We're on this round, Tex running out. He's trying to 1v5, then it's the next person, then it's the next person. Again, here, Aspas has that operator coming from A site, and again, one's on the drone, one's running out. They're taking a fight, another trickles out. LEV, you need to keep it together right now. No more mistakes. Again, oh my god, Hunter's Fury on Rienz, Cosmic Divide, the 5-man death ball. 3 to defend this time, and the wall's up in time to stop this. Stars placed. But not oh, okay.
Okay, here's the divide. Here's the Hunter's Fury. Rienz sending that from far away. Miniboo's already been caught up. King, Com, together, holding the line this time. It's only Wu to be able to make it through. He's the only one still on site here. The other two slightly disconnected, but the plant is in. Aspas, Tex, and Com have to navigate their way back through, but look how far away Tex was.
One shock, Mosh, and potentially a gravity well.
Wait,
but the flank is coming in. Com knows that they're going to play for this retake from back here. Com needs to pick the perfect time. It needs to be after the spike is tapped from Aspas. They need to use a cloud burst, tap that spike, draw their...
Oh, the timing. Corbin, Com, Lee, the difference maker for LEV. Boo trying to hold on. Oh, he's taking it.
Oh my god! Oh my god, let's go, let's go, let's go!
He's got the time.
We made it at the timing, bro!
was broken.
He's got it.
He's got it.
Oh my god! Oh my god, we made it in the timing, bro!
These flanks, his timings.
Oh my god, the flank was so perfect! The flank was so perfect, let's go! Oh my god, the timing, bro!
The man with the dart out instead of the second player. If he had target first Woot, then switch to Rienz, would have made his life a little bit easier there. But getting that dart off, getting that scan off. Normally, Com's been caught in these positions. Oh man, Com's been caught in these positions before where he pulls out his utility as soon as he gets one kill and he gets caught in the open with his utility out. This time though, he gets that dart off.
Oh my god, that was so perfect.
He gets that dart off, yes, he loses his life, but Aspas closes it out, gets that round, and LEV back in the lead.
And the impact from that round, look at the damage it's done to their money. Just one rifle on Miniboo. That's all. Couple, maybe a sheriff for Benji. So this one could hurt. And Aspas trying to prove a point. Tries to get in their face.
He got scared away from that Vandal. He has that Outlaw. None of these players have enough health to tank a shot. Aspas can deal with them all, basically. One tap central, but right now, the split from Team Heretics, there's...
I mean, the tide could be turning.
This is just a ruse, a diversion.
I mean, the spike's still in
Benji mid.
Like
Benji versus King.
Slowly and steadily, a little bit of a fight here, but the angle far better for King. Showing dominance now, LEV. The spike is still in spawn, so this never felt like it had much intention behind it. Miniboo. The only one really with the Vandal to play with for the Heretic side, but we can take a second here to an extent. There's always a bit of a threat, but as it stands, LEV are taking the momentum back in their favor. You can feel this turning around. And these players know what it's like to hold that Champions Trophy. They don't want to miss out on it. You saw Com fighting tooth and nail for that there. They've got themselves a plant, but I think LEV know where they're going.
2 versus 5. Miniboo with that Vandal. But Woot, how much he can do.
I ever tell you the story of the Miniboo basically 1v5? Woot only had a classic. It's a crazy story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happened on round 20?
I can't quite remember, but we'll find out soon enough. Miniboo, it was the timing that he went for the swing. It wasn't this round, actually. It was a different round. But now Woot, I mean...
Another flawless one for
Yeah.
Lev. But
perfect.
Again, like a few of these rounds, the last 5 or 6 rounds or so have been these low equal rounds.
Bro, he's getting flexed! Bro, he's getting flexed!
That lost round from
Oh my
Everything
god!
else has been from that moment onwards. And right now, I mean, some of these rounds come all the way down to the wire, right? 3v3, Com got the flank off. It came down to Boo narrowly, the 1.5 seconds that Aspas got that defuse. There's been a lot of retake rounds towards B, towards A. We haven't seen mid explored all too often here. It makes me question.
Oh my god, this is the biggest
time
out! And this is the biggest round!
Find an opening to make it expensive. Or what was Team Heretics' idea in that last round? Because you're probably not thinking you're winning that round.
No.
But maybe getting a feel for what LEV setups are to test the waters so that they can make a plan
with that
here.
said, I mean, King's walking middle on you. They're already doing things that maybe they wouldn't have expected. Boo was just walking up towards B. I think this is when this becomes kind of getting them back with their head in the game. It feels like it's slipping away from them here, at least in this map. And the reverse sweep conversation does start at that point. But, I mean, it's early days to discuss a reverse sweep. They've just taken the lead. But it's momentum here, and this is a mental game between these two.
Keeping in mind, Sunset had a pretty similar score. It got to round 21, instead of 9-11, it was 10-10, and then Heretics, they were able to bring it back from a
Oh my god, what a crowd! What a crowd!
They ended up winning from that moment. So here, I could see definitely this making an impact and them going the distance here. But it comes down to this round. This is really the last real chance Team Heretics has to make this work. They have that Thresh. They have that 5-man death ball. They have that read that they want to go against Tex. Tex has only been good for 1 on these defenses. Team Heretics has been winning the post plants here, except for that round where Com got that flank 2-man kill.
See the crowd now starting to cheer for LEV. The owners getting the crowd on their side.
Aspas.
Maybe this pulls him into attention, up and over, another attempt. He's not landing the shots here. Forced away. We can see Tex fancies it, confidence brimming. Oh my god, Mazzino saves him in that one.
They got it up! They got it up!
Here, Heretics. They're down and Boo and Woot. They don't have any safety. They don't have any real security on the side. They've got nowhere to work from. They've been forced away. Leviathan with a stranglehold on this game. It's gorgeous to witness. We need a I'm about to say a 1v3. Not going to happen with Aspas doing that.
Vitan with that, get to 12, they get to map point, and this would be the start of a reverse sweep.
Bro, I
Team Heretics
can't
still
control myself,
have their
bitch.
ultimates.
Oh
Seems
my
like they're
god,
getting
I'm
some
so happy.
handles in the equation. It seems like when they have that Thrash, it's been always exec A, exec B with that Thrash. Here, they decided to save it. They have it. Again, if they need it here, they had that Cosmic Divide. I thought they were going to use it about 6 rounds ago. They still haven't used it. And LEV put a stop to the bleeding. Yes,
oh
they're
my
defending
god, I can't
like 1 at a time, but now they're moving out a little bit better spacing. We saw this wall.
But look at it, look at the pacing. They're already pushing middle.
Spotted.
I love this though. I like that they're just putting Heretics back under the gun time and time again.
But Heretics in these moments have stalled. They paused. Now they decide they're going to move on through the smoke. That is so unlucky for him.
It happens. It's the way it goes. Com does get detained, so maybe there's a chance, but Mazzino, can he keep him secure? Does he want to try and maybe protect his friend, protect his teammate? Right now it's King doing the best he can. Oh, King decimating Heretics, leaving Boo to face the music. His mistakes earlier coming back to haunt him as he's watched this game slip away. And the chance truly beginning. The opportunity for the reverse sweep now becomes a reality as it's 13-9.
Oh my god, you made it!
They're not out. They're still in this.
It's in moments like these.
Oh my god, this is so close. This is so
you
close.
have been pacing yourself for the full 5 maps.
Come on, boys!
Because
Come on, boys! You guys can make it up!
Heretics is out of energy, trying to close that in 3. They're in for a rude awakening. Lotus is the next map. And Heretics has not looked strong in an all event. This is Lev's moment to be able to go for the reverse sweep.
I'll do that for Ryan. I'll be back. What's the update? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Do I make it crazy?
World Cups. Team Heretics are having to invest so many players on their defense to deal with that. And on top of that, Clint, they're winning rounds like this one.
How?
I mean, this is just absolutely insanity. I mean, so this could have been done a little bit differently here by Boo.
Goodness.
He didn't need to spam this cove like this. He should have just saved those bullets and just ran right in off the rip, but then he's out of bullets in both guns.
Both whiz right past it.
I mean, it happened to second with the Blade Storm. It happened to second with Blade Storm yesterday.
It's something about this map. It's something about this
It
map.
reminds me of the Psalm Cove rounds from Champions or Tokyo back then. Like, those moments are the ones that players remember that are so heartbreaking when you're that close.
And this too. What the hell happened here?
I mean, this was just calm on Ascent versus Paper X, getting the 1-2 transfer. I cast that moment and I was reliving it right there watching.
If he wants to win another trophy, he's got to play like he did in Champions 2023. And I thought that would just be like, you know, in performance, in being good, in having his moments. No, it's play exactly the same way and win rounds on the flank single-handedly. Just ridiculous
Flanking
stuff.
all day long.
That's all he does.
I mean, we talk about Leviathan on the winning side of these rounds, but on the losing side, if you're Team Heretics, you have to be boomed by situations like that. They were crazy, crazy situations.
And you could kind of see it in some of their gameplay too. Like, they started making mistakes where they were stepping a little bit ahead of a smoke blooming and things like that, where they were giving opportunities for Leviathan to get free kills. And it seemed like some of those moments, like Tex hitting that shot on a mini boo as he's dashing up above the box on A, like things like that were really starting to set them off kilter, off pace. And then even in Com's moment where he got that sick double spray we were just talking about, Riens is watching that angle for the longest time, turns around, and that's when Com strikes. Like, just little timings, little mental things started to fall apart for them. Yeah, this is that right there.
That shot.
Freaking disgusting.
Absolutely outstanding. And Tex has been so consistent all year at providing this value for his team. Out of all the Sentinel players at this tournament, he is taking more forced duels on the defensive side than anyone else. He is so willing to take those risks when he's anchoring his site. And sometimes you see it get punished. I think earlier in this series, on Lotus in particular, he had a lot of those first deaths when he was taking those risks. But in this map, he was really finding the value. And I think being willing to go for those plays, to trust his aim in those moments is so huge, because when we talk about rookies, we're thinking about Los Niños on the other side, but Tex won Ascension last year in Americas. He was with what was then the Guard, what became G2. This is his rookie year as well, and he has been performing out of this world.
Yeah, he really has been. It's incredible. And it's also just weird. Like, why is he so good with the Sheriff?
It's crazy.
You got a guy named Tex, you give him a 6-shooter, and somehow he's just absolutely cracked with it. It goes hand in hand. But I am so very impressed with how much value he's able to find round over round. And I think that if it's not for him having the performance that he did,
Oh
this is
my
a 3-0,
God!
You know, completely not early. Not to say that nobody else on LEV did, you know, their own efforts here, but Tex did so much work on Abyss to keep them in this series.
Yeah, and you got to give it to their coach as well. Itapata coming in here. I would love to be backstage and hear what he's been saying to these guys when they were 2-0 down, to go out there on Abyss, Paper Thin, and turn things around and perhaps kick off the start of a reverse sweep.
Yeah, well, I mean, my guess is it's coach speak where he's like, just stick to the plan, you know, all these, you know, kind of typical platitudes, but it's what they did in between yesterday and today. The little changes that they made, like Aspas being the tip of the spear a lot more often on their attacker side, able to break things open for them, showing different looks. One time they used the harbor wall to push up with Aspas after they picked up the operator for him towards mid. It got shut down. The next round, they just dry pushed all the way through and then caught Heretics completely off guard. So a lot of things like that were round around. They're showing you a lot of different looks, and there were some very little minor changes in some of their formations that gave them a lot more success.
And I mean, look at the change once Etapata took control as the head coach of this team. They were struggling early this year, and then the organization decided to elevate him to head coach from assistant coach before, and they've had that 12-3 record since then. The players have talked a lot about how much impact he has in fixing some of the more micro stuff about their gameplay, in adjusting compositions, things like that. He's been a huge boom for this team to have the end of the year that they've now found.
And I think that it goes along with the trend that we've kind of been seeing across all of the different regions, which is teams taking risks, making changes, big overarching changes to the staff as well as the rosters, and then finding success off the back of it. Think about Mako going to IGL, this guy here, Itapata coming in, becoming that head coach, same for Muggle with the transition there on EDG. These teams are taking these risks and they're now being rewarded for it.
And speaking of risks, we are going to go to Lotus. The Heretics, they had the choice of going Lotus here or Haven, and they picked the map. They have already already lost against Leviathan on.
And honestly, for me going into this one, I'm not even looking at the maps. I'm looking at the mental for this Team Heretics squad.
God,
this is a rookie squad. 4 new players on that stage who have had an excellent year, but have yet to win a best out of 5 this year. That is not a 3-0. No one's ever gotten reverse swept at Champions before, but if there was a team to do it, it would be the only squad left with former champion winning players on it.
No doubt about it. And I think it's tough for Heretics because you've been in these situations against Gen.G, for example, right? You lose the first map, you win the next 2, you're in the driver's seat. Gen.G on this very map, on Lotus, comes out, slaps you on map 4, like 13-4, I think it was, and it just fell apart for them. 13-3 on Split, and Gen.G wins Shanghai. So they need to find a different mentality for this Lotus.
No, they really gotta be feeling that, right? You would think that they've been there before.
Yeah, they have been. And I was hopeful when we're teeing up this matchup is that they learn from that experience, much, again, like Gen.G did versus Sentinels over at Madrid. Utilize what you learned there. Build that motivation and that endurance to be able to persevere through a long series. But that one player, again, that was not there was mini boosted. This is his first time being in this situation, so it is very much on the rest of the team to pick him up, to keep him focused and get him back into the driver's seat, because that Abyss was a bit of a rough showing for him.
The player with more experience on the roster, though, is his older brother, Boo. It's so special that they get to play together on a stage this big with their family watching here. The team has talked so much about the relationship they've built throughout this year. They've been together playing in so many tournaments from the start and have been through so much hardship. If you think back to that lower bracket run at Shanghai, they have the tools to come back into this one and close this series out, but it is still going to be difficult against a squad like LEV.
It just has to be Lotus, doesn't it? It's almost poetic that it has to be Lotus. But for Leviathan, though, they've done the hard part already to just stay alive. Pressure almost feels like it's on the side of Heretics. All LEV have to do is just to do what they already did against Heretics the last time.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure now, as soon as you switch sides on Abyss, all of a sudden, all the pressure felt like it was on Heretics. Leviathan comes out, wins that Pistols, then those rounds start getting scrappy, but Leviathan are the ones, time and time again, coming out ahead of it. Heretics' mental starting to crumble a little bit, so absolutely, you know, you can see these veterans calm. The ever-present, just jubilant nature that he has keeps this squad in check, keeps them in line, and we'll see if Heretics can do it, but
yeah, we will see indeed. And let's take a look at Agent Select. There will be no changes at this point. Why would you?
I wouldn't.
We don't expect any of that, and don't get it. I think the biggest thing is that this is another map where Team Heretics felt like their Neon ideas were getting too predictable. They moved away from it. Now they're playing this default Fnatic comp, and I think they have looked quite good here, even taking down Fnatic on this map. But for me, all the questions go to their defensive side. They led in the series against Leviathan, and then they could only win 2 defensive rounds. Ended up losing that map and dropping to the lower bracket.
Yeah, and that's something that you cannot have happened. You need to be able to rack up at least a couple on the defensive side. You know, 8-4, something like that, 7-5 more preferable. If you're going to be going in only 2 rounds of on the defending side, you're going to have a rough time.
Well, this is another opportunity for Heretics to close this one out. But Leviathan, can they send us to a map fight? Let's find out now and send it back to your casters. It's Pansy and Steel.
This is the map where it all might change, where it goes from a glimmer to a reality of a reverse sweep. However, we're not there yet. They've met here before, like they met on Icebox. This time it was a 13-10 towards LEV. They looked great, they looked strong. You had a great performance from Aspas too, absolutely melting. But we saw the Icebox changed. Whole new result, no OT, not even that close really. Well, it was 13-7 in the end. But has Abyss shaken them, Josh, or are they here to play?
Team Heretics had that Abyss. It came down to slim margins. It came down to that big, crucial moment, the Cove moment for Boo. Here, though, I worry for Team Heretics. They've been shying away from this map ever since they made this change. Benji to Killjoy. Boo's on Fade instead of Smokes. Woot's on Omen instead of Gecko. What? They need to do something different.
Nice little trap play towards middle, but Boo unaffected so far, actually. Managing to evade all the util and gets to retake that area. They get to re-clear it as well. Benji, his patience paying off. They're sitting deep. So the early foray, the early attempt from LEV, not really getting its reward.
That actually pulled out a lot of really useful utility from the defense side. They don't have these pieces of util right now to use. in the retake, the paint shells is gone. They've used C's, they've used stun, aftershock. Yes, the stun will come back, but if Team Heretics picks the right site, if they're going here to A site, looks like that's where they're committed. That's where LEV's setting up that retake. It all comes down to the fact that Team Heretics is actually going to have better utility to stop this retake from coming in the first place. All they need to do is figure out that the site's open and walk in instead of using all of their abilities to get into the site. It is free for the taking.
Flanks on the way, though. That turret will alert them pretty quickly that they should be surrounded on all fronts.
I found my wire.
One's going to come in, try and get the time on their side. Slow progress from King, so it's going to take a moment.
Paranoia.
Oh, belting shot, though, from Benji. Backline still remains his. Miniboo as well, finding success over towards CT with a follow-up too. And now, sadly for King, he's a little too far away to be able to set anything to motion with that Paranoia. Mazzino was meant to be on that flank before, but Benji... Oh, just about heard that then. He's still on the hunt. Beautiful. It's King, last one alive. Feels like a formality. And it absolutely is. Heretics 5 alive here.
A flawless opening. There's a few things I look to in this round that makes me think Team Heretics might actually get a big runaway with a lot of rounds in a row here. 1, the way they dealt with that trap at B early round. 2, the way that Benji was able to smack that first shot down. He's looking like he's on point. 3, off of Benji finding out that that flank was coming in, instantly there was a reaction to push into spawn up that rope from the rest of the team. So Team Heretics looking like they're firing on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, let's see how it goes on, though, because we do still have this round where you can never write them out. You're going to look for stacks, little maybe pocket plays. They're very good. You can see them almost attempting that first round, too. Trying to make something happen for themselves there towards middle. Didn't really work out in the end.
Another trap.
And again,
dealt with.
It feels like Heretics are quite aware. Maybe just heads up adjustments, you know, maybe just not falling for it. But as it stands, sadly for LEV, even with all these attempts, unable to really get any rewards for them.
Another good approach from Team Heretics here to avoid this trap. And on this timing that these pieces of util are on cooldown.
They weren't able to clear King.
They weren't, but it doesn't matter. It's just the better guns are all together.
Yeah.
This is where they want to go. Until that stun comes back online, there's nothing that LEV can really do in the defense here.
But I do still like the trying to be instigators, though. I like the trying to make little plays here. You're not going to win a fair fight when you only have a Sheriff or a Classic. So why not try and go for something?
It's going to be back-to-back flawless rounds here to open up the map for Team Heretics. And keeping in mind, they could have closed this series out 3-0, gone straight to the grand finals tomorrow. But instead, they have to come back and revisit a map that they've not wanted to play in the more recent matchups. They haven't had success once they switched to that double controller style.
Yeah.
And the reason why they were so good before is because they had that kind of all-in neon fade, breach, just dump everything and execute. But they switch over to this double controller type of style. And we see how it works for LEV when they play their attack sides, splitting up the map, depositing players, doing these audibles, manipulating the rotations. That's something that Team Heretics didn't really do that well. Miniboo trying to close this out, get that kill. Benji, get away from that spike.
Yeah, time to move here. Com going to be able to go down towards the spike. But otherwise, I mean, near on perfect.
And Team Heretics, I mean, they're in control. They have the double controller. It's whether or not they know how to play this composition on a map like Lotus, where there's so many possibilities for you to use the revolving door, that blue room, that breakable door, and pivot back and forth, deposit players, and have these proper audibles. It's something that hasn't been working for Team Heretics. And when you run a double controller comp on this map, and you're starting attack side, it's something that you need to rely on. So let's see, has Team Heretics developed that? Fast opening again into their smoke. They're gonna take this space for free. LEV on that heavy A defense. Tex, both chips and a camera on B, expecting that bonus round was gonna be a fast B play, but instead it's a C play. It's not gonna be stopped, and Boo still holding that A lobby control.
Yeah, so many rifles out as well for Heretics. This is gonna be a heavy hitting bonus. You're looking at King to keep control towards C, but already they're going to start testing the rest of the map here too.
Not committing the spike onto the site yet. Stun, paranoias, everything's still in play right now. Once the spike gets planted, That's when this flood's going to come.
Woot might be ahead of this by a touch. I want to see if he tries to just go for this one, and he absolutely does. He didn't need to go that far, maybe. The paranoia, he'd have been able to see him. And now denial on the plant. Potentially an overheat, maybe a misstep here by Woot. And for LEV, they get to keep 5 alive. 4 of them now standing tall on the site. Heretics forced down towards that lower side. Smoke goes in towards main, they're ahead of it, but Tex with 2 and a third for Tex. His impact has been off the charts during this series, and King to close. LEV strike back.
A flawless response from LEV, and I have to sit there and wonder, what is Team Heretics doing?
A flawless
site for
response
free, paranoia
for the team.
It's a near site. You're in a smoke. You're near sight distance.
Do you want to comment right
that
now?
is
Like that?
Again.
Damn,
we talk about
that
the
was
agent
not good
composition change. We talk about the role swaps. Woot doesn't really play Omen on any of these other maps. It's been Boo on every map who's been playing that Omen Astra role. Rienz has been on Sova, and that's where he plays his best. Right now, he's on Viper. And right now, the fact that they had the site and they didn't do anything with it, that's not good enough. LEV trying to pick up the pieces right now. They have that A space. Get that off the back of basically just the haunt, but that Viper wall means that it's very difficult to get that information. That jump spot needs to come in, and it's so easy to punish that if you have the right weapon or the right pre-aim. Calm, playing with fire a little bit, but here already 3 players on the attack towards that C site, ready to just go in.
But it's the switch up of having Tex here that I like. Seems like such a steady player for LEV.
Okay, that was the plan from Heretics. They wanted to push back the A players, cause the players to sit there, passive, weakens up that C site rotation. And now the hit's going to come in. Team Heretics, they'll get the site. Miniboo has the paint shells to clear out. Elbow, he has a showstopper to get in their faces as well. It all comes down to, do they get the spike planted? How do they deal with the post plant?
Tex deciding, yeah, time to back away. Doesn't want to go too far here. Thought maybe Mazzino might have been on that corner, but probably luckily he wasn't. That paint shell to follow. But he does go down. Maybe a gap in the smoke there. Gives Miniboo just a pixel to play with. They've kept control of CT, and I'm curious if there's an overstep this time. I can imagine that's not the case.
King, he's got paranoia. There's seized and paint shells. That could be a good combo
Big
towards Elbow, and they're in the position to do it. Here it comes Boo.
It's huge.
He's gonna go down.
Surely.
He got away.
Boo's still alive. With a second chance of life, he goes back towards the site. Woot's still up top. Miniboo down below. Aspas trying to find one of these players. Isolate someone. He's done it. Rienz falls. Now it falls towards Boo. Gets overwhelmed. Dex clearing out.
Oh my
Woot
god.
on the top of the box.
Oh my god, they are so
the
crazy.
numbers stay with Heretics.
What the
They
fuck?
answer back in round 4.
I don't know if that was by design or if it's just one of these things that happen with that roll swap. Woot, there's a gap in that Omen smoke to the right side of it, and I like how Team Heretics has planned this out. As soon as they go in with that showstopper, the way that they have to plant the spike, it's open to that spam from Waterfall. So instantly, Miniboo comes over here, sends that paint shell out to kind of zone out any players from being able to get that spam onto that spike planter, and they deal with that so well. LEV, they try their best, but their combo does not connect.
Incredibly tense now between these two. First time we're seeing a dedicated effort towards this A site once these rifles have come into play. Mazzino catching a glimpse and deciding to fall away towards site. It's going to be Tex. Feeling like he's everywhere this round. From last time towards C, now going for a bit of a gamble stack here on A, and it's not the wrong read.
He wants to be more involved in the fights and the action. Rightly so.
Oh, look at them already backing towards B.
Oh my.
Rienz, what is that? Well, a third was on the cards, but not to be. But a quick read. Com knows what's up. He can hear them already bounding towards that B site. Needs to call in the cavalry as they are trailing the man here. Aren't going to go through.
Paranoia in.
Paranoia. Anyone going to work with this? Now they go, but it's too late in the day. Miniboo recovers vision. Drops a body. Mazzino, good trade. But a 3v2, struggling to get the time on their side and get this plant down.
2v3, spike's not planted. 30 seconds. Aftershock for Mazzino can funnel these guys away. That smoke on main.
It's nice.
It's all about these first kills.
Carving up at least a 2v2 on the site itself, but you can see how close Benji is sitting. Oh, I thought there was a chance for the spray on this one. Mazzino now He may know where one of them is, but to find Benji would be hard. He knows where he is now, but time is the biggest factor. Boo!
Okay.
Boo's having, I want to say a nightmare, but Mazzino now given an opportunity. The time is going to be very, very low here, but he might be able to get this towards half. Takes a little bit of damage, but he's got himself an opportunity. And he's definitely got time, but he doesn't have the capability to outdo Benji there.
I love the timing on that swing from Benji. As soon as that tap on that spike comes in again, the swing's coming in before any possibility of reacting to it. But Rien's with those first 2 opening kills, dodging that seized plus paint shells combo behind the rubble and getting 2 kills off the back of it. That was the difference maker in this round. And we don't get to see this guy on that Viper, on that lurk roll. He's usually with the pack as Gecko, as Sova. He doesn't get to, you know, play these rounds out. So being able to see him change that up and get value is really nice.
I'll be careful with this scoreline now as well, Lev. That's going to be 5-1 likely here, considering it's only Sheriffs. A couple of odds are really nearby, actually. So maybe with Mazzino on this rifle, I don't know. Maybe there's something to be said about it. One off the showstopper. One away from Rolling Thunder, but as it stands, it's the plant for Heretics.
Some counter util available for the defenders, but that first pick going into
and now we got the Rolling Thunder, but look at the counterplay coming in already towards Waterfall. They want to try and take space away that should be secure, and it looks like they've got at least that. We're going to play back in, isolate Aspas. This is the problem though, now they're down to the Sheriffs. But with Tex alive, he has been sharp with this Sheriff. Maybe his time to shine here. Door now open, Woot on a platter, can't be taken down though. Stands tall. And Mazzino, who started this, can't close it. Benji is there, and Heretics taking a strong lead now.
This map is a map where, because you have those 3 sites, because you have this access to the revolving doors, it spreads the defense so thin. If you try to defend A, you have to leave C open. If you try to defend C, you leave A open. If you try to defend both A and C at the same time, you leave B open. There's always a gap. Team Heretics, because they deathball as 5 so frequently, they're going to be able to outnumber you anywhere they choose to go. And if they keep enough utility into those late rounds, the post plants, as soon as you try to get back into the round, their stuns, your flashes, anything like that, here comes a Viper Molly, here comes a Paint Shell, here comes some piece of utility. And now that Heretics is building on their economy, building on their ultimate economy, Lockdown almost in play, Viper's Pit almost in play, Showstopper almost back in play. And LEV, they're down, trailing by 4, but they haven't had a real grip on the game yet. They've been defending towards A early and then pivoting back, but right now, Team Heretics they're not really fighting for that space right now. They're happy to go for that C space first and then come back into A when they know that usually it's 1 or 2 people jump spotting, maybe trying to hold in case you do come back for that retake. But because of that, Team Heretics just gets that site for free constantly, and they get to close out. Now LEV, they call that timeout. They have that showstopper on Aspas. They have the chance to be able to do something with it if they choose to do it.
And remember, last time around these two met, it was Aspas who had an absolute flyer of a series. Top of the board now, only 1-5. Uncharacteristically quiet for him. Gonna need him to show a little bit of that spark. But we know he has. Everyone knows his potential, his capability. Rien's looking to maybe do a little bit of something he did before. Finding those 2 kills was paramount to Heretics' good conversion in the previous. Now, back to a different setup here.
LEV starting with that heavy A defense. It's all on Tex to defend against the C site, and the rotation can't get here in time.
And he's so committed. I don't know how he gets away from this. Or maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe he wanted to try and stand and fight, but a 1-for-1 trade, I don't know if it's enough.
You should run.
Lockdown in play. Players already on the site. That's just going to zone them out to give them enough space to get into the site and plant. But look at Benji. He's already placing that turret for the flank. Here comes the plant. And Rien's, he's going to get it. He's got the Viper's Pit if he locks that down in spawn or waterfall. This is another round for Team Heretics.
See if they want to go for it. Look, yeah, opting towards CT. Covering that off. This then encourages Aspas. Can he find a man? Drop a body. He can, but he takes himself down with it. And now down to the 3v3. Benji on the back lines being pressured. Is booted to deliver towards Mazzino. And now back and forth we go. But the Viper's Pit on the site is the problem. They still have to clear past this. Com and King both wanting to close in now.
Tucking into spawn as well.
King gonna fall first though. It's all on Com in a 1v2 and he's trying, but they're gonna surely check on him. Boo! Keeping Heretics moving forward. The scoreline starting to become a problem.
Keep in mind, LEV just called a timeout. They had that gun round, they lost. Team Heretics takes the lead, puts LEV on another eco round. Lots of ultimates invested in that. Ozboss uses Showstopper, goes 1 for 1, dies to it because he's in that Viper's Pit. He's taking that early damage. And now, the lead building for Team Heretics. It's insurmountable right now. LEV, they need to find a way to stop the bleeding, but their economy, everything is reflecting it. And look, the overreaction, the C defense, they're leaving A exposed, and Team Heretics a step ahead again. They're going towards A this time. Benji, though, in spawn, holding that mid push, has that turret to watch that C push, and this A site again. LEV, you cannot defend it with only 2. Even if Breach gets here in time, it might not be enough.
No, and you look at the buy as well. It's Sheriffs, it's Stingers, Riens on the punish. Miniboo tethered, but it doesn't really matter. He's still standing, and he is still fighting. Miniboo!
Stop.
Back to back. Oh, for LEV, this is horrific. Held on 1 after what was a brilliant resurgence on Abyss. 13-9, we started to see all the stars aligning. Thinking maybe this was enough to bring them back into this series. And then we get here. And the worries return, the issues return, and Heretics picking up where they left off. Looking cool, composed, and now very much in control.
Collecting another round. Miniboo has that Showstopper now. Boo has that Nightfall. And again, Team Heretics staying a step ahead. Hitting C until LEV overreact, plays C. Hitting A exactly when they leave it exposed. Now with these ultimates, I want to see something fun. I want to see something with pressure towards one spot and slipping the gap. I've seen it before where they try to go towards A, make that pressure, and before you know it, in a blink of an eye, Miniboo through middle, through B, in the back with that Showstopper. But right now, I think they're lining it up.
Looks like it.
Maybe just a little bit of pressure, maybe trying to figure out if this A defense is here to confirm it, to let them know that this is possible.
Yeah, Pacey already straight on in. Miniboo gonna pop the ult here and just secure space.
Absorb.
You can see how far back they have to sit here. It gives them time for the plant, but an opportunity for the retake. You're looking at Com here, you're looking at Tex potentially.
Woo.
Big opportunity, but Wu waiting. Denies anyone access through that blue door, gives them safety, allows them to all pour their attention towards CT, towards that connector. The counter ult on both sides going through. Miniboo, Boo, waiting, you see them both. That should be both tethered. Miniboo can now turn for a second. Now the paranoia goes in towards CT. Miniboo draws blood, Riens, Heretics, line him up and knock him down.
Team Heretics right now are unstoppable, rolling through, staying one step ahead every time. It's just impossible. When you're hitting shots like this, when you're finding the openings, when you're not afraid, when you are flying on high confidence, it is so hard to stop a team that is like this right now with these crossfires. And LEV, they don't have an answer. They need to figure out a way to defend against Team Heretics, but part of that might be just having to have better retake protocols. They are guessing the wrong spots, but here they might guess the right spot.
Ooh. Seized up, here we go.
Okay, that's a
Tex
start.
Finding Riens, now gonna apply the pressure, and Heretics withstand. 3 back-to-back, and LEV are trying to throw everything they have at them. They don't want to go out like this. So close to that grand final. And watch it slip. 1 round, all they've been able to post so far. Tex trying to dig deep, but he gets put in his grave. Now King. A 1v3, we talked about his timings, his ability to find space, to give LEV so many options in previous maps, but now he has to clutch up. There's no 2 ways to say it. They need impact. They need someone to stand tall. He's not slowing down by any means. He's in there. Trying to toy with their expectations on the TP, but they know what's going on. The Haunt gonna ensure it. Nice shot from King, a better trade from Boo. At this point, it's 9-1. This game may be nearly over.
It's probably nearly over at this point, the way that Team Heretics has been fighting back. Again, you look at that last map of Abyss, you look at how it fell apart for Team Heretics at the end there. It wasn't to a lack of planning or prep or strats or player performance. It's that Cove incident.
It's 9-1.
This
game
econ is
may be nearly
messed
over.
up. I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
Probably nearly over at this point, the way that Team Heretics has been fighting back. Again, you look at that last map of Abyss, you look at how it fell apart for Team Heretics at the end there. It wasn't to a lack of planning or strats or player performance.
I feel
it's
good.
That
Yeah.
incident. It comes back to that round. It just unraveled. The rest of Team Heretics gave LEV that little bump to get to that finish line, to take us to this map. But now Team Heretics is showing why this map was in their wheelhouse for so long, and they look revitalized on it right now.
It is really cool.
I did not expect this coming into this. I was
I won't lie,
nervous for Team Heretics.
I wish we were able to do the arena a lot earlier.
Icebox against Sentinels instead of
I missed out on arena
they banned Lotus
this whole year.
in fact. So the fact that they're able to come out here on Lotus and look
signing
like
this?
Yeah, I mean, and rightly so. Heretics picked this map before.
Didn't get to do
only
any
got 10
K-pop
rounds, Lev
walkouts.
got 13.
Didn't get to do
They
any
played
K-pop
here.
walkouts.
We already knew how this went.
Can't hear the last
but
part.
the
Yeah,
difference
oh, the K-pop
is how
walkouts. I didn't get to do
close
any
Heretics
fun
now
walkouts
Yeah.
because
They
the other
can
stage
see
was
it.
so
They can
short,
nearly
and I didn't
touch
want to
that
like
trophy.
be annoying.
Yeah, this one has a long walkway.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's
It's a
like,
different location,
A
right?
chance to right their wrongs in previous finals. And no bigger stage than champions.
All of us?
They still
Yeah, all
have
of us
to get
on
past
both.
Lev.
I don't know who it's
They've done the
for,
hard work initially.
but-
Couple of maps behind them now. And they've done so much heavy lifting here. 9 rounds.
Wait, oh
Look at the
shit, I
run
just
of
realized I did my government
The Lev.
signature.
oh, really?
This isn't my, like,
Oh,
this isn't...
not your
Oh,
I won't lie. I did that
signature.
once on someone's jersey before. I did my actual signature once,
Wait,
and then I was like,
I didn't do my
I was like,
content
oh.
creator
I don't care
one.
who you are.
funny.
You gotta give us
whatever.
a little more.
whatever,
Lev.
limited edition.
The reason why you want them
Gotta
separate.
get at least 3.
Yeah, I
sets
don't
it
know,
all
I
up.
just, like...
Team
I've
Heretics
had
off the
multiple
back of that timeout
instances of,
called
like,
from Lev.
when I...
Holding.
Oh, but that's
Like,
because your actual tag, gamer tag,
See?
is your actual
Yeah,
name.
it
right?
is my actual
They just
name.
tried it, didn't work. Lev still.
Like, I had an instance where
One
I got
defending
a COVID
two
test
defending front
before,
of
and
B.
it was during, like,
Two
peak COVID,
defending.
right?
It's so split.
And one of the
Anywhere
workers
Team
at the
Heretics
COVID
chooses to
facility
go,
got my
they have a
phone number
5v2 at
and
worst.
texted me.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's kind of weird.
Yes.
might
Oh, I'm
have-
pretty sure it's not me.
They wouldn't even know. It would look cool.
Open.
Yeah.
Then they see the signal. Who's Uncle Billy?
Yeah, the uncle.
First time we're
This
seeing
is
test
truly
this
limited. We got a
That was a
government
special
signature.
edition signature from
The
Kaido.
one.
Yeah, that's the government one.
The government one.
They're taking no chances here.
And
Their feelings surrounded, but look at Tex.
Is that the go?
It's so
for Heretics now?
precarious. This positioning from Tex, it feels like feast or famine, and he's played it cool.
Oh my god, he credit.
Yeah.
Everything's going wrong.
His gun barrel poked out
Oh.
when he looked
How
at
is
the
this
raise.
happening?
Oh, yeah.
Wait. He's got ult again. I swear I just
watched.
watched him use it.
I did, like 2
Oh,
rounds
yeah.
ago,
No,
right?
it was on
It's a
B.
Valorant.
It was on B.
Heretics.
It was on B,
They
right?
got the
Yeah, it
plan.
was on B.
NG backfilling the space on CT.
That's like the funniest thing about this game is like you'll have an ult, and if you're just popping off, you have another ult like 2 rounds later.
Yeah. Well, not me,
And we
mate.
need the
I get
magic
1.5
ball and trick
at
it.
most.
Pull something out, show us something here.
I feel like that would happen a lot for Gecko,
out
because
with
when we were like first picking up Gecko on Bind, it'd be like, oh, I have my Thrash after the second round. I'm like, wait, I have my Thrash again on the 4th round. What's
Yeah.
going on?
You don't realize because you're farming the orbs, you get
Yeah.
the plant, and it's wingman planting, so you don't see yourself pick up the orb.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you get like 1 or 2 kills, that's like a 4 orb round.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
insane.
It does not work against Team Heretics.
Oh,
The
that's
style
what
that
happened.
They play,
This
as
is so
soon as they see
sad.
that flank coming in, they know it's not just one
This is the
player.
first time
they know it's
I feel
multiple.
like I've seen
and they press
Aspas
forward.
near the bottom.
They know at
it's 3-9
worst
right
they're
now.
in front of a 5 versus 3.
I think
and
Lev
they
look a bit
claim
lost
that
now.
space.
I
It's
think
been the
they're
name of the
defeated.
game. And
Whenever
Team
you
Heretics, they
get
look
shit on as a
insane
team,
on this
you get
attack
shit on
side.
individually. There's nothing that you can do against that.
Lev,
Yeah.
a slow opening, a more passive approach.
Do you
That
guys
A,
do you guys
yes,
ever
they
get
use a one-way.
anxious
Yes, they use
when
an
you
orb,
play,
but
or
they
like
keep
before?
that stun on Mazzino.
Every
He's got
game.
that
Really?
over towards C. If
How
this
do you
hit comes
like
back
deal with it,
towards
or
C,
how do you like go through the process of trying to calm
they
yourself
break
down
that
before you're
trip.
on stage?
Mazzino
Because
gets
once
that
you're on,
stun
you
off,
feel like
Yeah.
you're
gets
like
that
locked
swing,
in, or
asks for the cage,
do you feel like
and
nervous
lays them
still?
up.
I think for me, it's like I just do breathing the whole time,
Yeah.
and then I just, for me, I try and focus on making the boys make sure they're cool and calm, and we do our little routine.
Still above a minute. They can pivot.
And then for me, it's like, I just got to make sure that when I talk, it's got energy and it's got confidence, and it doesn't matter then, because the boys will go kill, and then I will hopefully then pick up the scraps if they need it. So that's how I do it. But generally, yeah, I struggle to sleep after a loss, especially. Like I can't sleep the whole night. And then before a game, like before our game, I got stupid. I got so excited about Ascent because I was like, I figured something out. I was like, this is going to be amazing if we get to play Ascent, like if we beat Sen. And then I ended up staying up an hour. But in my head, I was like, no, I need to sleep. So I put some meditation thing on. And then I was just thinking about Ascent whilst at the meditation. I was like, oh my goodness, this is the worst time to not be able to sleep.
Call upon him. Maybe it's his time to answer that call. 13
once you're on stage, it's like sometimes I'm ready, sometimes I'm not, and I get into it. It's like a slow
process, kind of.
Yeah, I kind of agree with it.
A 2v1. Can you give him anything?
You definitely get some like. Oh my gosh. 11 to 1. Yeah, basically. It's kind of like the night before like Christmas as a kid.
Yeah. In one half, Josh, this has been a masterclass here. A night and day.
No, I couldn't even begin to imagine like actually performing like on stage. I get nervous just watching like.
Goal in mind.
I don't know. I could never play. Like literally, props to you guys. Seriously, to be able to do all of this, as well as getting like scrutiny from like the community. I feel like that is really rough. At least like. From the perspective of like, you know, knowing you guys personally and then seeing it, and it hurts me. So
for me, it's like I don't really care too much about the people's comments, because this event, obviously I know I play dog, and then I'm annoyed at myself. The only thing about the comments is they remind me how annoyed at myself I was. So like I might be fine. I see a comment like, oh, Bosia is dog, or he should be kicked, and I was like, yeah, I kind of have to agree with that, brother. Like, honestly, I have to agree. And then my mood is down for like 5 minutes until I forget about it. And it's just like, yeah, it's just a bit sad. But I do love the competing side, and like, I'm gonna have a redemption next year. Hopefully, I'm not gonna. That's not me saying it, because like,
you will.
I don't want to jinx myself, but
yeah, you will. Don't worry. And the community loves you, and you bring really, really good energy. Seriously, like you're. I don't know, like the impact that you have on the community with you being positive all the time, like it makes a difference. Like it actually does. So thank you.
That's okay. Yeah, no problem, I guess. Yeah.
It's always definitely nice to hear your takes.
Oh, really?
On the maps, yeah. I watch your stream here and there too.
Or your YouTube videos are also really helpful with like the bomb timings. I watched that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I learned.
No worries.
I'm awful in clutch situations still, but.
Would be
I need to
it's not
get back on that grind, but at the same time, I want to get on the grind, the other grind, which is like getting good.
They burned both their timeouts.
Hard to manage. I think time. That's why I felt this event was like at the start of the event. I was feeling like really chill. Like we had some stuff to do, but I felt like it would be ready. And then like, for instance, Abyss wasn't working for us, and I was stressing about that. But then because I was stressing about that, it was my time was divided. Like I didn't want to have to focus on it. I wanted to focus on like Ascent on like other maps. And then we come to this event, and then Lotus is looking a bit. And I'm like, oh no, what's happening with Lotus now? That was our like, we needed that one.
Yeah.
And so then I think I got way too stressed and then tired, and then because I was ended up sleeping like 12:30 until 11:30 every day. I was like 11 hours. Like, I don't normally sleep that long. And I was like, I just can't wake up.
Your body needed it though.
Same approach that they had on Abyss, right? They went towards B after a little bit of A pressure. Tex and Ospas leading the charge, but here, Benji playing that retake, waiting for the rest of his team to come
This is crazy. 11-1.
So well in some of these retakes.
Oh my, we're not going to see it. I thought we were going to be whipping out the old school Carmine Corp retake, which was the Omen flash across the back left side, elbow area, and then raise double satchel, but it looks like they're doing something different.
Here comes the retake.
Yeah,
oh, they're actually retaking a lot different.
Paranoia too deep. Miniboo on the way. First man falls. Aspas King trying to desperately claw into this. Hold on. Give them a chance. Give them a moment. Give them.
Hey. They're in the game.
They're in. Mate, that's what I said. when we got around versus you guys, and we're like, okay, we can maybe come back 12-4.
No
Here we go.
missteps allowed. LEV, they pick up that first one. It gets a little close at the end there.
You
Came
flashed
down
yourself
to the wire, and that
376
post bet, that
times.
5 versus 5.
Apparently.
Utility coming out for both sides. LEV a little bit on top of those trades, and taking out that flag as well was huge. It was massive. But LEV, if they want to be able to do this comeback, remember, Team Heretics.
Oh, yeah, I have a question. I saw one time it was a comms video on Lotus, and you guys had like a 10 post plan or some shit.
Yeah.
What is that?
So it was obviously because you guys were in Madrid and you guys looked like the best team there.
Yeah.
And our post plans didn't look that good going into the kickoff. And then I was just having a look at your. We were looking at your C post plan. You know the box on the top right where the Viper is like now above her.
Yeah.
Like that box, like in the games that you like to go there as Omen.
Yeah.
And so if we wanted to play like offside post, we'd just say offside post. But if we wanted to play an onside post, then we'd say, let's go 10s. So like someone goes 10s.
Oh,
and then we go into that corner and we kind of play off of that person.
Yeah.
And then we also just have like, let's go aggro, let's push CT.
Yeah.
But that one's quite rare.
Okay. I was wondering because what is it? I think Sasi like. He sent me the video link. He's like, Tyson, like, what is this? Like, what the fuck do you do? And I'm like, I don't even know what I do.
Yeah.
They're good. They have that map control.
Yeah, it's just you just farming on this box. So just playing around that area, really.
Yeah.
It's where they come in.
We also, on Breeze, we had a 10th and Kaide spot.
They're hitting their shots.
Some
of these situations
on the B, so you know the two pillars. The bottom one was 10th and the top one was Kaide.
Oh, that's so cute. What the heck?
But I won't lie, we kind of forgot those comms because Breeze went away.
Yeah.
So we came back and we just ended up calling it back left, front left. But it was like, what we used to call it? Oh,
This
yeah,
hurdle,
10 Kaide.
there's no shot. I will see you again. Show us what you've got.
I actually quite like calling positions after players that have done something in those spots, because if you end up playing against those players, you kind of subconsciously think about it a little bit.
Because people have patterns, what they like to do. Yeah, for sure.
Well, they can
I
take
don't-
chances,
Like Sabrosa.
they can take risks.
Yeah.
And right
Exactly,
now,
Rose,
let's
yeah.
just
I feel like the name kind of has to be like very
trying to clear the box, make sure.
it has to be like easy to say though. Like for example, if you got like I don't know, who's that one Chinese player that just had like so many characters like numbers and stuff.
HMF.
Yeah, that. Like if he just had a spot that he just went crazy all the time, would you call it that, or like you'd have to go for something else?
Yeah, we have to simplify it down. 10's nice little one syllable.
This 10 spot right here too.
A great
the Rebel.
Yeah, we can call that 10 technically too, but I think, yeah, exactly. So it'd be like, if we feel like we really need a compliment, oh my days.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Welcome to Valorant.
Are being decimated. King, Com,
That's just unfortunate.
Aspas. Where do you go? Do you look towards B? I up C? You're not going A anymore.
I want to know how many kills Rians has gotten either through smokes or through
Silence
walls.
is deafening.
I've seen
you hear
a
your
lot
own
from him.
heartbeat pumping louder and
lot.
louder as you realize that the end of the tournament life is
Against you
quickly
guys.
Yeah, I remember.
rapidly approaching.
He was farming us as well, so.
Boo. On the other side of
I
this
mean,
smoke,
he's been
the
playing
spike
really good
is
this
here.
round.
Passes.
Oh no, this is sad.
Opportunity.
Oh my god. It is.
That was sad.
That's just very unfortunate.
Too little.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my days.
It's Jover.
Oh,
It's actually Jover.
There's no timeouts.
Got flashbacks that round.
LEV, they had that first opening at C. The risky play from Team Heretics did not pay off. But the response re-ends the Odin spam. Blind through the door. Just catches one randomly, catches a second randomly, and it's all
Now I know I'm doing wrong. I'm just not spamming enough walls.
Yeah, Rians did it well as well. You always spam straight and then flick to the right because the enemies react and go, ah, and they run right. He just
Heretics one
Noted.
away.
I don't use the Odin enough, but I feel like I'm so bad with
Had
the
to
Odin.
watch this go from bad to worse.
The Odin, okay, I won't lie, the Odin online versus Odin online is way different. The Odin online is actually like very strong.
Everything they have
Also,
to try and stay
players really struggle against Odin's peeking. Yeah. When someone peeks with the Odin, it's a lot slower, so they whiff.
Yeah.
Like, I've done it loads.
So much damage towards Lev, leaving him in a 2v3. And Mazzino is so isolated.
It's kind of like the thing when people like crouch peek instead of like wide swinging or jiggling. It's like kind of weird. I don't know.
Look at that disciplined regroup.
Mini Boo, Benji, Woot.
They're like, we need to win this, boys.
They show patience as
Close
they
it out.
slowly
One man in an Odin.
in.
Wait, this plant spot's actually pretty good with the Odin though. If he can get the tree?
Oh, he's dished.
Can you step up when it matters most?
Oh, never mind.
Bro's jump spot in a 1v3.
Going to finals.
There we go. EMEA made it.
Yeah.
What can I say?
They did.
I'd like to thank, don't know.
They came so close. They showed so much tenacity.
How did the stage feel?
Any takeaway
Oh, it was
from
awesome.
this series.
Yeah, it was really
It's
cool.
not about
Yeah, it looks cool. I like the big LED screens.
Yeah.
Like your player cams and shit.
Yeah, it was kind of like that for when I was watching last year's champs. They had the exact same thing, and it was awesome.
Give it a moment. See what it means to him. Sheer elation for Heretics. To face a team that they'd lost to here recently, to face those maps again. And on the other side, Lev.
I'm excited to see the opening for the finals.
For greatness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they got this close, so damn close.
NG Fishy,
But today,
slays.
it wasn't their day.
Close isn't good enough when you're in the champs.
What a dominant series.
Run.
They're looking so
Team
warm.
Heretics. They're on that stage right now, and oh man, their progression. You can see, you talked about it. They lost that first matchup, that head-to-head. But here, in that rematch, it looked like a completely revamped team. Different, and you have to look at what contributes to that. It's got to be the coaching
Oh my god, let's zoom in on the CEO of Lev.
A lot of it probably on the shoulders of Boo, the in-game leader, but also the players, the stars. You have Rienz, you have Benji, you have Woot, you have Mini Boo. Like, you talk about this team, you're highlighting all these other players. Mini Boo, he slips the discussion somehow.
Even though he's top of the
Look, I'm the biggest crybaby, bro. I swear, I would just be like bawling on stage.
Neon Rays, it doesn't
You?
matter.
Yeah,
Every
probably.
match I lost, I would just be crying.
I think it's like
They have so much
These
resilience.
guys are good.
when you lose,
They are damn
you
good. I'm glad you
you
mentioned
don't
it again. To
really
my mind, these
feel
out
it
there
yet
potential
until
on
as
the
soon as you
MVP,
step off the
that's what we're talking
stage.
about.
Really?
Yeah, well,
These
that's
are
for me. Like,
belting
when I lost yesterday, I was like,
And you're right, you
it's,
could
it's
pick
fine,
so
it's
many of
fine.
the players.
And then as soon as you step off the stage, you know that you're not going to go back on it. That's when it's like,
I
boom.
mean,
Yeah.
For me, anyway.
gave it a go.
How about for you, Ty?
But what are you meant
You
to
feel
do
it there
against a
on the
side that looks
stage?
to be getting stronger?
I think it depends on how the
and
match went.
stronger? Can't break the
If
combat.
it was like a match that I was like proud of
These
playing
moments.
and like we played
See the
our
absolute
best, then
stark
I'm like,
contrast between the
I
winners
don't
and
feel as
losers, but you
hurt.
can see what it
But if I
means
feel like we just like
to make it to
absolutely
those
shit the bed
finals,
and we're like
to get a
underperformed like
shot
immensely and
again and
didn't show
again.
up to like even have like a competitive and like a fun match to watch, then
that high before.
that probably would affect
Maybe
me
you'll
more
get it
on
another
stage.
time, but it won't
Yeah.
be in Champions this time around.
Heretics, they've been on the receiving side. When they've hit the
They've
grand
suffered.
finals, they've suffered. They've been quoted
It'll be a
saying
good
they're-
grand final, these
they
Heretics.
would rather like lose early
Heretic,
than
I
they get
literally said
second
this,
place
by the way.
again.
I
And
accidentally
here
said
they
it to
are,
my boys.
set up in
But I
that
said,
moment
wait,
where it's either
EG
they win it all,
lost to
or they go out in
us
second
in the Tokyo
again.
Grand Finals.
Are they gonna
And
let
then
this happen?
they ended up winning
Or
in
have they
the
learned? We've
champs.
seen their growth so
And then
far.
what happened?
Is it
Heretics
enough, though?
lose to Genji in the
EDG, the
Shanghai
final
finals.
boss.
Who's in the final
I
champs?
mean, they
Heretic.
have
There's a buff
Pattern,
down.
you
Oh
feel
my
it?
god! Wait, you might have figured it out.
There's a script,
moment,
brother.
Wait, it's a formula.
And also, EG, I
Heretics
think
will
we're
be
in the
back to
lower
this
bracket in the
stage.
grand finals of champs, right?
Yeah, I think so.
For Lev, I think they've
Wait, you
made some
cracked the
fans
code.
here today.
Oh my god. It's the
Absolutely.
easiest script in the
Hard
world,
game.
right? Come on, bro.
Hard opponent.
I didn't even get a good grade in English.
Area. Never easy in these moments, but a glance back throughout at least the last map here, in case you missed it. And it was, well, quite quick, really.
It was just a reel of, I mean, a lot of these fights came down to these big team fights. Team Heretics coming in on top, the positioning, the crossfires that they have, the understanding of where they need to push, keep the pressure on next. And of course, you have moments like this, the Odin spams, the smoke spams, just random things happening. Just sometimes the luck is in your favor and sometimes it's against you. And right now, just how the stars aligned for this team was magical.
And they made something of it as well. It's one thing to have the luck.
I'm getting annoyed again.
Let it slip away. You don't utilize it, but
Loud
here,
lost to Optic in
gosh,
2022.
it almost felt like a mercy killing at a 13-3. Lev just didn't have it in him anymore.
It's the
But
easiest
someone who
script
does
in the
have
world.
it
It's the easiest script in the world.
who's standing by the Verizon post-match interview.
Oh, Rians?
Inspire Arena. Let me hear it for Rians. 오늘 3대1 승리로 결승에 진출하게 됐습니다. 벤지피시 선수는 정말 숨을 가쁘게 몰아쉬기도 하고 미니부 선수도 굉장히 신나 보였는데 리엔즈 선수 담담하거든요. 지금 어떤 기분인지 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Congratulations, Riens. 3-1 to advance to the grand finals. We saw the sigh of relief from Benji and also Sue from Minibu as well. But you seem pretty calm. Like, what's going on? How do you feel right now?
I mean, I'm so happy, but I'm kind of like Boo, you know, I'm kind of chill. Of course, I'm so happy, like I'm also excited, you know. We're gonna play grand final, especially in our first year, you know, like everybody is joining champions for first time in our team. So I think it's like great achievement, you know, and I'm really confident that we're gonna win.
Oh, win the whole thing. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
먼저 부 선수랑 리엔즈 선수가 성향이 비슷해서 좀 이렇게 많이 기쁠 때도 그 감정을 많이 드러내지 않는 편이지만 너무 행복하고 기쁘다고 얘기를 하고요. 특히 이렇게 결승전에 진출하게 됐는데 사실 팀에 있는 모든 선수들이 챔피언스 결승전은 처음이기 때문에 또 너무너무 신나고 열심히 해서 내일 우승할 수 있을 것 같다고 얘기를 했습니다. 그럼 먼저 가볍게 게임 얘기 좀 여쭤보고 싶은데요. 뭐 선셋에서도 그렇고 어비스에서도 그렇고 이 부 선수가 사이트를 혼자 보는 일이 많았거든요. 좀 부 선수의 콜이 그렇게 나온 건지 부 선수를 선수들이 믿고 있는 건지 아니면 이게 전략의 일부인지도 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Speaking of Boo, we see him holding a side by himself a lot, especially on Sunset A, also on Abyss on his Astra as well. Is this part of your game plan, or is this more of him giving you the calls and the teammates having that full faith in him that he can definitely hold the side on his own?
I mean, I would say we trust Boo so much. So whatever he says, we listen. And if he says that he can hold the side solo, we will, of course, just believe him and just show.
And he does, right? He does.
Exactly.
부 선수에 대한 믿음이라고 얘기합니다. 부 선수가 이제 뭐라고 콜을 내리기만 하면은 선수들은 그걸 따를 준비가 돼 있고 부 선수가 만약에 선수들이 다가오는데 내가 사이트 혼자 다 막을 수 있다라고 하면은 충분히 막을 수 있다고 믿기 때문에 이런 믿음이 빛나는 답변을 줬는데요. 레드 선수는 이거 오래 대회에서
Wait, you're literally just like me.
Wait,
Oh my god.
Okay, I won't lie, I did that a lot too. Like, Kaede used to film me.
I have videos.
Yeah, she has videos of me when I was first doing more content videos and stuff, and doing intros and outros and stuff. It would take me at least 10-15 tries to finally get an okay or a manageable intro or outro. I think with practice I got a lot better. I can definitely one take it or maybe 2 or 3 take it now.
Does nothing scare you?
I'm still horrible. Oh my god.
I mean,
it's just practice.
Think everybody in the team loves each other, so there is no mental issues in the team. You know, everybody trusts each other, and everybody's have stamina.
How do you feel whenever you get interviewed by Yinsu? Do you ever get giddy inside? Because I see you guys whenever there's
it's rare.
Yeah,
it's really rare.
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd say it's quite funny because normally we're not really meant to get. I'm not meant to get interviewed by her. So then when I was on stage and she comes on, I'm like, "Wait, are you interviewing me?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, we're in for a good one then." Yeah, it's quite cute to be fair. Because we actually, I don't see her during the events.
Ever really? Well, yeah, because she's off doing her own stuff with work and then you competing.
Yeah, so this event, I saw her once after we beat Crew. I saw her that night quickly, and we went to Hot Pot.
EDG.
And then after that, like I didn't see it
now's
until
not the
obviously
time to
we got
trash
knocked out
talk,
by
but
Sen.
I feel like you could be up for it. So anything you'd
Yeah,
like to say to
our
EDG?
rule is like
No trash talk.
during the tournaments, I'm with the boys and like focusing on that and focusing on the team. And then like we have literally like off season and stuff together. Like we're gonna go travel around bits and bobs, but
And I think we have.
yeah, I just want to make
some
sure.
positive part
You're in it,
against
locked
Chinese
Yeah,
in.
yeah. I mean, it didn't help. Let's be real. Like I wasn't really locked in this event. I don't know what happened, but yeah, you know what I mean. Like,
You'll just see it
it's just
tomorrow.
like that.
Okay.
Good luck.
But I think players are different. Like some players need it, some players don't need it as much. It's about finding a balance that works well in the
잘하는 것
team.
같기 때문에 내일도 열심히 해서 좋은 경기 겸손하게 펼치면서 우승을 할 수 있었으면 좋겠다고 얘기했습니다. 이렇게 해서 리안즈 선수 만나봤습니다. Thank you, Rian.
Thank you.
Good luck in the grand finals.
Thank you. 감사합니다.
And that's all we have for the
Oh, he
press
whipped out
interview
some
today.
Korean there.
He did.
Bye-bye.
Oh my god. All right.
All right.
I think we're good to...
what a day we have had. I've
We
got
calling it?
Chaos back
Look,
here
it's
with me,
Yinsu.
joined by two very
awesome having a special guest
guests.
also join us.
Yeah, thank you so much
Yeah,
for joining.
thank you
If
for
you want to
joining.
join at any point tomorrow, just hop in, okay?
Thank you.
Because
Yeah, I
we
was a
have
bit late.
Amin on, so we'll
We have
have
been here
two
before.
masterminds.
finals
John
this
Cutie?
Oh, Jung. Oh,
He's gonna
wait,
be
what's
watching.
his name?
Amin?
Amin.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
Used to it now at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're chilling.
John
Yeah.
QT. We copied
were
his
chilling
split
throughout
setups,
that
and
game as
Alfie was
well?
like, "I'm gonna go Jung 2Q."
It was
It was like,
fine,
"It's
yeah.
QT, bro." It's like, and then we ended up saying like, "I'm doing Jung
After
2Q
this,
setup
is it still I?
on B."
Yeah, like I think on Abyss
Oh
we
my
kind of
God.
just. I mean, they played well first of all.
Oh, wait,
but
they
Wait,
already
you got
have
them
it.
on a desk
Yeah,
already?
already?
That was
Wow, they're
fast.
hopping on.
They're like,
quick.
quick,
communication dropped
get
a little
in.
bit. We lost
Yeah,
a few
get in, get out.
really stupid
Shall
plus
we
points, and then it kind of just snowballed from there.
Yeah,
So
I'm
when
down
we
to.
got to Lotus, we just told the guys to reset.
My
and
my
focus
ears
purely
might need
on
a break from
ourselves.
this headset.
Yeah, these are
So
these
like,
clamp.
You know,
yeah.
Right?
One of the things that I've been talking
I'm
about
glad I'm
here
not, like,
that,
the only
I
one
was
who
just kind
thought
of
that.
grasping at straws, but hoping that this was going to be the case. Do you think
Yeah.
that after
Oh yeah,
the
I only
final
played
at
like one
Shanghai
show
losing
match
to
and I
Gen
remember
G,
it
did that
hurting
help
really
build up,
bad. I was
you know,
like,
the
how can
endurance
you
and
guys play
mentality
like
for
a
the players to be able to go through
Really?
a longer series?
I would
Yeah.
say basically all of the experience we've had this year is kind of came into one and got to the point where, yeah, we can deal with a best of 5 series because
we're
we
not
had a
vibing
small
with
against
headset.
Carmine
I had to
in
take this one
the
out.
kickoff,
Yeah.
and then we had the same in season 1
Alright.
against Fnatic.
Should we?
Yeah, I think we
Hopefully
should.
now we've made.
Alrighty, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you again, Foster, for joining, and as well, Billy. Thank you guys. Alright, everyone, we are about to end, but we will be back
you had
tomorrow for
tons of
finals.
experience this
Yes,
year.
yeah.
I mean, if we look back on it.
We'll be back for
I
finals
just really quickly
tomorrow,
wanna
and Tyson
talk
and I
about
will
the
be on
Mini Boo
time.
slander.
Sorry,
I've seen it.
we were
on
gone
the
for lunch,
interweb.
so
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have
we were a
seen
little
it
bit
as well,
late.
but he's just
But
I feel like the
hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day,
really matters
everyone.
the most. He's
Right?
proving everybody
Thank you
wrong.
for tuning in. Peace out.
Exactly.
Bye.
I think for us, we can-
Bye.
I don't know, like one thing we tell the boys.
I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Much love to you guys in the chat. Shout out to these guys again. We'll be back tomorrow. Grand Finals, EDG versus Heretics. Let's fucking see how it goes.
For fun. It's just like a kid enjoying the game and joking. Like he's playing against the best players in the world, you know? So for us, like, I don't know, it's weird seeing it because it's like everything he does for us is so huge. Like even if he's not on top of the scoreboard, he makes so much space, he buys so much time, his communication is insane. He's like our second height.
Oh my god, that was so insane. I don't know, but it feels so bad right now. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. I do actually feel so bad right now. God. Oh my god. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Is everyone's idol's idol.
Is it
you
kind
know?
of that thing where like you're watching and you see like you have 3
Yeah.
players alive and then you realize, oh, it's Aspas that's on the other side? Like we might not be out of the woods yet, you know?
I mean, he is obviously extremely talented, right? But that's another thing that me and Weber have kind of told the boys a lot. Like, don't focus on the names, just focus on Raze yet. Like, we don't want to
focus on the agents. Yeah.
Focus on the agents, and it's like he's just a different type of duelist. I think Safe for us is extremely hard to play against. I'd say like someone like Safe is so explosive. Like he'll send himself in first. He'll just rip the bomb site apart, and there's nothing you can do against it. Whereas if you watch a couple of games of Aspas, it's manageable. You know.
He takes a more measured approach when he plays. So
he's a very smart duelist. So.
I agree. I feel I now remember Safe on Sunset. He's just everywhere.
Don't remind us, please.
Oh, but he is literally everywhere. But let's take a look at the bracket because we are down to just 2 teams. I would love to know if you guys at home predicted this.
No one did.
Is this how it went? How you guys expected it to go as well?
Probably just like prediction mine was so clear. Like I didn't really expect a Sentinel win this. Come here, lose here, Leviathan will qualify here, and bro, just leave, man, just leave it up. Just fuck. Okay, no worries, no worries. We are actually good, we are cool, we are great. We are honored that we have with the stream today, so probably we will tomorrow as well, guys. So see you tomorrow. From tomorrow we will, after that we will regular stream, gaming, and a lot of things that I just want to share with you. That's it, that's all I want to share. I didn't have that much time, so I really didn't even know whoever watched my stream, and damn this world, bro. Damn this shit. Thank you so much. I really love you guys, and see you tomorrow.